know are all certainly big news, but it's just the first chapter of a very bold, long-term vision that we carry to take Call of Duty to even higher heights in the years to come. Ultimately, though, we know that you, our players and fans, are the judge of all that. And it's why we are thrilled to be doing this on the eve of our Modern Warfare 2 event, and to be here, live in person, with more than 200 of the biggest streamers and creators in all of gaming. They will finally get their hands on the true show of the gameplay itself. So let's get right into it. It is my esteemed pleasure to introduce, alongside me, Patrick Kelly, co-studio head of Infinity Ward and the executive creative director of Call of Duty. Pat, welcome.
Thank you, Johanna.
अरे पूरे content creators ही है ना,
You know, on the franchise,
content creators को बुलाया ना,
what are the areas you focused on improving, or what are the areas
पार्कर तो लाइव पहले चालू कर दिया था,
and innovating in every area of the game? It always comes back to gameplay. Gameplay is king, but I could go on and on. Things like third person. Things like where we've innovated in the space of
पार्कर को भी बुलाया, सब लाइव कर रहे हैं.
DMC has large player counts along with massive player counts of AI, and it goes on and on. We've got interactive with progression and everything else that comes with the games, and it goes on and on. Back to one thing. Everything serves some fun. Whether you're a hardcore player or whether you are somebody who likes to play or you like to play alone, wherever you play, you're a camera or a slayer, try to think about fun for you. And hopefully today you're going to see that and play that, and fun is what you come away with.
Absolutely. You know, fun is definitely what we're going to be heavily focused on. And I'm particularly excited about some of the social features that are coming as part of this launch. Things like proximity chat and new gulag twists. There's definitely going to be instances where players will interact not only with their own squads, but may even have to work together with other players in unexpected and pretty fresh ways. We've already seen some hilarious interactions, in fact, during play sessions. And I can't wait to see how these new ways to connect evolve over time. Now, Pat, what can you tell us about weapons?
Oh, wow. So we've completely innovated in the area of connecting you, the player, to your instance, making you feel more in the game. And I guess you can think about it as starting out with the camera. The camera represents your eyes, right? So connecting the camera to your body. We've done that with some inverse kinematics and some physics and other things like that. We've connected then the body to the hands on the gun. Again,
Indians नहीं बोला है, अब किसी ODM नहीं होगा तो मेरा
inverse kinematics. We've connected the gun with the actual bullets coming out of it. So now, wherever that gun is pointed, however it's pointed, the bullets are coming out of it exactly from the barrel. There's no disconnect there. And that's before I even get into what we've done with the new gunsmithing and how you build your weapons and the platforms, etc. But look, you're going to play it, and I hope you'll love it like we do.
All right, well, we've taken up enough time, but before they kick us off the stage, can we tell them about raids?
Yes, thank you. So,
2.2
with the beginning of Modern Warfare 2, and then shortly
Deek
after that, Warzone 2.0,
Apex
and then very shortly
Duty
after that, for the first time ever, we're going to release a
Apex
raid in Call of Duty.
So no, it's
a very
Apex
different kind of gameplay. It's very intense. We think it's very fun. And we're super excited about it. And by the way, there's one other thing I want to talk about for all of you hardcore players out there. I heard so many of you talk about what play challenges can give us beyond just winning. But we've got a whole series of quests and gameplay challenges that occur when you actually win in Warzone, or you hit different milestones. So look forward to that.
Big things ahead. And now, before we kick it over to Miles and team to carry the day, we are extremely excited to give you the world premiere of the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer trailer. Thanks again and enjoy the show.
Discord वाले फोन में तो background में कर सकता है ना, क्योंकि Discord तो background में
मोबाइल में भेजा है ना मैंने.
हाँ, लेकिन तेरे लाइव स्ट्रीम में जाऊँगा डालने तो हाँ लेकिन तेरे उसमें डालने जाऊंगा अगर मैं तो तेरे में तुरंत डालते हट जाएगा।
कौन से नहीं होगा क्या?
नहीं डालते हट जाएगा, वीडियो अपने आप लिंक से डाल देते हैं।
तो एक काम करना है, डिस्कॉर्ड में डाल सकते हैं? डिस्कॉर्ड में मुझे भेज दे।
डिस्कॉर्ड में हाँ भेज देता हूँ इसे।
हाँ वो कर दे।
अपने पास अब डुअल मॉनिटर सेटअप तो है नहीं, मैं ट्रिपल मॉनिटर मॉनिटर
देख
अभी ब्लैक स्क्रीन क्यों हो गया? मेरा ब्लैक स्क्रीन हो गया। ओह अब चालू हुआ।
अरे
You're gonna be okay.
Hostage secure.
रुक जाना भेज रहा हूँ।
हाँ
थोड़ी चुके हैं, ट्रेलर मिस हो गया मेरा, बता। This
Get ready, team. We have never seen a war zone like this. The world is a vampire. They're behind us.
भेज दिया।
Shock stick out. Enemy healer.
भेज दिया ना।
I'm on my way.
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta.
We got intel reports of Hassan and the cartel forming terrorist
बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक अच्छी
all over the
है।
globe.
ये लोग ने एफएक्स का भी बढ़िया।
We've never seen activity on this scale before.
हाँ वो तो है।
एपेक्स में बॉन्ड रेडी है।
But we have each other.
The world is a vampire.
Coming back!
वॉरज़ोन, ये वॉरज़ोन मोबाइल है क्या? मैं पता
COD is back. भाई देखते हैं भाई, जो मजा आ रहा है ना।
नहीं Modern Warfare 2 है।
Enemies above.
हाँ ये वर्जन मोबाइल है।
Drill charge. Eyes on the hostage. You're gonna be okay.
Hostage secure.
बढ़िया है। बस ये तो पीसी के गेम प्ले है, मोबाइल का कहाँ है? मेरे ख्याल से पीसी का गेम प्ले है पूरा। ग्राफिक्स और कंट्रोल्स तो भी दिख रहे हैं ना स्क्रीन पे।
मोबाइल ही होगा सर भाई।
कंट्रोलर से भी
क्या लगता है?
मेरे ख्याल से पीसी का है, मॉडर्न वॉरफेयर 2 का है। इतने अच्छे ग्राफिक्स मोबाइल के नहीं हो सकते।
ये तो ट्रेलर है ना, ये तो ट्रेलर है।
अरे बस बीच में गेम प्ले डाले हैं ना,
कुछ भी हो सकता है भाई।
अच्छा नहीं हो सकता मोबाइल से, मैं नहीं मानता।
Ready, team. We have never seen a war zone like this.
The world is a vampire.
They're behind us. Shock stick out. Enemy healer.
अरे लूसीफर इतना जल्दी नहीं करना चाहिए ब्रो।
यार लूसीफर आ गया क्या?
अच्छा वैसे लूसीफर ये बता, ये प्रोजी का आवाज आ रही है ना स्क्रीन में?
Check box 6. Check box 6.
I'm on my way.
मेरे में से तेरी आ रही होगी तेरा तेरी आवाज मेरे में आ रही है
Get early access to the open
तो
beta.
भी आजा फिर आजा स्ट्रीम में
तेरा Discord on है ना
There we
तेरा
go,
Discord का
Call of
mic
Duty fans. The trailer so nice. We ran it twice. It is all there. Everything that
Hello?
makes this franchise
Discord का mic on है तेरा
special. We are incredibly excited to be here today. And after that, quite frankly, how can you not be? My name is Miles Ross, and I am so excited to truly be here with a few of the members of the Infinity Ward team who are bringing
लूसी की आवाज मुझे नहीं आ रही है उसका क्या करें
200 of our
लूसी के पास भी दो फोन है क्या
playing and streaming shortly. But before that, we also have Stephanie Snowden, Director of Communications for Infinity
Lucy
Ward,
अभी भी
as well
आया
as
नहीं है
Joe
my
Sigaro
all time
beyond
favorite
there, Jeff
COD
Smith,
पे कह रहे
multiplayer design
भाई देख
directors
अभी
here
क्या
at
होता है
Infinity Ward.
नया
Guys,
फोन नहीं होगा
first
तो नहीं हो
off,
पाएगा
oh, how are things evolving from Modern Warfare 2019? I mean, let's start high level because there's a lot to get through today, guys. You saw that trailer. Let's go with the philosophy, Steph. Let's stay high level. What went into the creation of the game?
You said it precisely. There is so much. This game has just so much content. It's got something for everyone, and it's really been the result of 3 years of hard work at IW and our partners across all of the Activision studios. And so much of that work started with you guys at home, the community, the fans, our creators here, and that conversation and feedback from 2019 is really been a core piece of what Modern Warfare 2 is. And it's a dialogue that we hope to, continue, especially here today. Well, we've got so much in store with this MP experience, and people like Jeff and Joe here, who I am honored to work with, and their experience on this franchise, we're in good hands.
मेरे में जेंसिंग सपोर्ट कर लेता है 19 GB का COD क्या चीज है
Let's set up what Modern Warfare 2
तुम लोग किधर हो हम लोग किधर है हम लोग टर्निंग
Let's stay high level for
आजा
now,
तू
because there's a lot of details, friends, juicy details.
Sure, I mean, when you come into making a sequel, it
एजेंट
can be kind
टर्निट
of
पे
tricky.
मैं Discord पे हूँ
What
हम
do
लोग
you
का
keep from the previous
OBS
game?
टर्निट
What do
मोबाइल
you get
PC
rid of?
हो गया
And
गड़बड़
where can you add new
अगर
things
दोनों से
in,
बात
not
की 2
mess
फोन
up
लगेंगे
this
तुम
kind
लोग
of
को
nicely balanced ecosystem that we had. And so we came up with a few methods. One of them being player behaviors. And I say behaviors and not play styles. I think a lot of people will say play styles, but that can kind of change during a match. But behaviors are more ingrained in how players play. And we just put them into 3 big groups. We call them rushers, which are just aggressive players. They just want to find the action and go. And then we have sentinels, and these are defensive players. They want to just kind of hold down a building, maybe keep a little overwatch. And then we have stalkers, which are reactive, and they kind of hang back and try to read the field.
कोई ना एक टाइम आएगा तब तक के लिए ऐसे ही चलते रहते हैं कुछ हो गया बे मेरा स्ट्रीम क्यों अटक गया अरे हेलो एकॉब्लेट हेलो वेलकम टू माय स्ट्रीम ब्रो क्या हाल है वीडियो क्यों अटक गया
spawns are.
And see these innovations coming to life, to hear Jeff jump into, breaking down the 1v1. And personally for me,
wait, क्या wait है? Nice, आप बताओ. वॉच पार्टी चल रहा है और क्या बताएं? हाँ आ रही
water. Our water, I've seen the memes. We love water. It's really hard to make in games. The aquatic combat.
And we knew we didn't have time, right? So in Verdansk, we froze the rivers and we made the outskirts just to kill trigger. In this game, as soon as we started Modern Warfare 2, we leaned into water, both visually, beautiful caustics, there's waves with white caps. On the gameplay side, there's unique ballistics underwater. You only can use certain weapons underwater. Your pistol is your weapon underwater, otherwise you can't use your primary weapons. But it's also a nice cover or evasion mechanic. If you're getting shot at, you can dive into the water, and as you get deeper, it gets murkier. Like the farther you are from something, you can't see it. And so it's been super fun for us to dig into water and really
Lucifer को तो वो नहीं चाहिए ना क्या बोलते हैं like वो तो Discord में भी
every piece of
the
like, how does it work through water? Like, we had to look at everything in the game and say, how does it work in water? What's the best version?
Our vehicles will just slowly submerge. They would, instead of blinking out.
Yeah, everything.
A lot of details.
Android 11
Oh my god! Well, I can't quite wait to literally dip my toes into those waters.
Android 11
the ground in the air. Like, I mean, what else is going to be coming? To the movement system,
Well, you know, last game we did mount, and we had slide, and even though we're a military shooter, fluid movement is super important to us. So this game, as you saw in the trailer, you can see here on the video, we have a new ledge hang mechanic, and that's essentially a high mantle. But instead of doing a high mantle and throwing yourself up over into combat, you can now peek. If you have a pistol, you can pull that pistol out and use that. We also added a dive. You know, last game we had the slide that kept your gun up, but we really wanted players to have an option where if they're getting shot at, they don't know where they're getting shot at, they can get down, get out of fire. But the other really cool thing is the dive's just high enough to let you get through a window. And so if you throw a grenade up into a building, second story, you'll see players, you know, like rats leaving a ship, diving out through the windows. And it's just another option for players.
Yeah, and all of these dynamic movements mean you can interact with vehicles specifically in a very cool way. I'm going to save some of that gas for when we get to Warzone 2.0, but it's really exciting.
All right, vehicle details to come. But now, guys, let's talk about equipment. Obviously, Call of Duty, crazy sandbox, a lot of cool toys to play with. Joe, what are some of the new dynamite, new items that we're going to be throwing at each other and using in all sorts in the next game?
I mean, you saw some cool stuff in the trailer. You saw the drill charge, you saw the shock stick. One of the other cool ones you saw is the inflatable decoy. And this is a mine that you can throw out, and it basically sits there, and if a player gets close to it, it auto-deploys and basically inflates like a car airbag going off. And it faces the person that triggered it. And so it's a great distraction technique. You can also fire it off with a clacker if you want to control when it goes off. You can throw it in water. And here you just saw the DDoS. We added all this equipment into this game, and the DDoS is our kind of answer of like, hey, I'm going to breach this building. I want to go clean house, but I don't want to deal with all the shit inside. So I'm going to hit the DDoS. Boom, it's going to shut down everything. And I can move in, and clear that room. You saw the heartbeat sensor is back. It's got a new look. But it also has a battery as a balancing mechanic, so you can't use it indefinitely in Warzone. And there's so much more.
This is the TAC cam too, which you guys just saw, which to me is my personal favorite.
You can put out a lot of them, and even you can patch into your teammates, so you can. It gets a little crazy.
Yeah, kind of like a sticky GoPro, but will actually mark your enemies for your team.
Yeah.
So it's. I expect to see a lot of fun.
So many toys and new tools that we just want players to get in and play with. I think there's something like 13 field upgrades, you know, between Warzone and Core MP, and it's pretty awesome.
Oh my god! Until they all get DDoS. All this talk about equipment, it reminds me. I mean, that's one element to look at now, but we've also got Gunsmith, brand new Gunsmith. Guys, what can you tell me about it, and how will it change the way that we level our weapons and manage them? I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, so the new Gunsmith allows players to build out their weapons more smoothly than ever before. We put out some videos yesterday for the Intel drop. I hope people dig into those if you want a better look at Gunsmith 2.0. But we're really looking at unprecedented opportunities for weapon customization. And the new weapon platforming will actually allow players to unlock universal attachments through cross progression. So we saw a lot of really positive feedback from the community yesterday. This is sort of intended to, decrease the grind. You're no longer unlocking every single attachment for every single weapon. There will be some shared attachments through progression. And I'm really excited to see the streamers and the content creators jump into this today. I know we all love the gun bench from 2019, so it's exciting.
This does sound amazing. So we've been hearing a little bit about weapon platforms and shared attachments. This is very, very cool stuff. Can you dive into those details, though, Joe? I mean, what can we expect?
Yeah, I can add a little bit of what Stephanie said. We had this vision last game with Gunsmith, and we were like, okay, what if you could take an assault rifle and you could make it an SMG? And that was our driving kind of like motivator for that system. And we kind of hit that. You could take it functionally through attachments, but the weapon name wouldn't change, and we couldn't change the receiver. And really, that's the key thing this game is you can go into Gunsmith, you can set up an AK-47 assault rifle with a thermal optic, with a suppressor, with a grip, then you can say, you know what, I want to change up the playstyle of this gun. You can swap out the receiver to the AK-74U, make it an SMG, but you can keep that optic, that suppressor, that grip they all come with. And to what Stephanie said, we have shared attachments within these platforms. We have branching progression. You unlock those guns by playing with other guns. And then we have shared attachments across all guns. And it's all to hit this vision of I'm building up an arsenal of weapons and an arsenal of attachments.
Warzone Mobile और Call of Duty Mobile एकदम अलग गेम होनी चाहिए. मतलब
I think maybe the simplest way to think about it is a
मतलब वो नहीं बोल रहा कि skins transfer ना हो. मतलब ऐसा
that's a
the same mechanics now
and they grow out of that.
Yeah, and that's, you know, we wanted to ground that in reality. Functionally, a receiver, you know, is it.
तू क्या बोलता है?
हाँ कौन सा? पहले की तरह अभी इसमें join कर नहीं सकते क्या?
Is based in that changing the weapon type, and I think it provides a really seamless experience for players.
Character skills तो transfer कर ही देनी चाहिए क्योंकि gun skills तो चलो नहीं भी करे समझ आता है कि वो game शुरू से होगी नहीं game में
customize however you want for, you know, situational combat. And you're actually going to see the FJX Cinder weapon vault in action today, which is the entirely unlocked Platform 1, the M4, the Mic 4, and the weapon vault maintains its aesthetic properties across all corresponding attachments. So we've heard you talk about the Frankenprint. This is our answer. It's an extremely rare. This is a huge, you know, project for our teams to design these, but it is the ultimate weapon blueprint. And even better, you can unlock the entire Cinder weapon vault with the Vault Edition of Modern Warfare 2. Playable in beta.
Available in beta, so we can rock with that thing all weekend long. Okay, so Gunsmith looks incredible. Okay, I'm excited. I cannot wait to get into this one soon. Our streamers are going to get into this one soon as well. But first, guys, we need to hear about maps and modes. We've got our tools to play with, equipment, weapons, maps and modes, though. Let's get into this one. Let's get into the design team, you know, the philosophy, I suppose, behind building out maps. Jeff, this is for you.
Yeah, you know, right from the start, we knew we wanted to build another big map, not only for Battle Royale, but also for this other mode that we've been working on for quite a long time.
I read about that on the internet.
Yes.
But, you know, when you lay out these big maps, it's kind of a collection of all these little POIs, these points of interest. And within each of these, we've really fine-tuned that they can play large-scale core modes, like Ground War, really well. And so, you know, stepping back from this large map and looking at how much open world sandboxy gameplay that we have, we looked back at our 6v6 maps and really tried to refine and make them a tighter experience to contrast all this big world kind of exploratory gameplay. So the maps for 6v6, in comparison to the last game, they're just a little bit more straightforward, a little bit more refined, and I think fans will really enjoy how quick they play.
That sounds...
A lot of diversity in those maps as well. A lot of visual variety, some colorful maps in there, and I think they feel really clean.
Guys, you're moving me in ways I didn't imagine to be moved today. Excellent stuff. I might... Hey, it's the first time for everything here on air. We've got some of the maps that we are going to be seeing in MW2. Starting with one, we've got a real fun one here, guys. This is one of the aforementioned battle maps. Team, can you give me some details on Sarif Bay?
So Sarif Bay is this little fishing town in the south coast of our big map, and we picked this because it has such a great mix of gameplay. It's right on a harbor, so we get to show off all our boats and our new swimming, as we've already said. But what you get inside the town is this really intense urban combat with all these tight little alleyways and all this great rooftop combat. You get these really cool action happening.
Yeah, I love how you describe the rooftops there on this map specifically as like a separate ecosystem. You can kind of migrate that entire
you can go up there and just hang out and fight other snipers.
All right, well, that looks fantastic. Jeff, okay, so that's one of our larger maps. What about some of the 6v6 maps? I think we have some footage of one of the new maps that we're going to be seeing today, named Mercado Las Almas. Do you mind giving us some details on this one?
Sure. Mercado is a little street market in a historic section in Mexico. Our story behind this is, you know, the authorities have some intel that narcotics are being smuggled out of a warehouse, and they're going in trying to find and seize them.
ओके अरे हेलो बफरिंग अरे बफरिंग क्या कह रहे हो लड़के मस्त है अरे भाई बंगाली हेलो वेलकम टू माय स्ट्रीम ब्रो ना मैं इधर अच्छा ठीक है अच्छा मैं ये थोड़ा सा कम करता हूँ ताकि मेरा माइक का जो आवाज़ है वो आए ठीक है अभी सब सेटल्ड है हो गया मेरा खाना वाना खाऊंगा खाते खाते मैं देखूंगा स्ट्रीम है ना
But let's go back to modes. So we've seen some maps. What about the modes being played on battle maps? We will have the return of Ground War, but we've got a new large-scale mode that you've alluded to.
Dev, yo, अरे bro, 60 FPS OP कहाँ 60 FPS कहाँ से देख रहे हो 60 FPS?
It's a big war map. It's got a big war TDM. We affectionately call it the shipment of Ground War. It's 20 players, but there's also 20 AI on each team. AI are coming in fast roping, they're coming in on medium birds. And it's this high action mode. It's super fun, but it's also really chill. The announcer's not barking at you. He's not saying like, hey, get to B, you know, they're taking C. You can kind of play it how you want to play it. You sit up on a rooftop and snipe. You can grab a shotgun and go room clearing. If you push too far into the enemy's base, AI will come hunt you. But we've also been really conscious of where we put AI in multiplayer. We didn't put AI in kill streaks or anything like that because we don't want AI showing up in search and destroy. We don't want AI in domination. This mode, though, however, was built for AI, and it's a super fun mode. Can't wait for people to try it.
Kind of a funny aside, you know, we took the name Ground War from a playlist in MW2, and that was just large-scale TDM and DOM. And we kind of did the DOM in the last game, and now we're able to add kind of the sandbox TDM, and so we're kind of completing the cycle of that that old playlist.
Yeah. Well, this large-scale stuff looks amazing. This looks so awesome. And okay, so what about the new 6v6 modes? Just keep dialing it in closer and closer. Steph, what have we got?
Yeah, so we also have 2 new 6v6 modes that you're going to be seeing here played today.
भाई इन लोगों ने फिर से Apex की तरह वो 6v6 मोड कर दिया है.
Prisoner rescue. Okay, let's go into prisoner rescue first, Joe.
So Prisoner Rescue is an attack and defend mode. It's a round-based mode. The defenders have 2 prisoners. They're kind of spread out, and they need to keep hold of them. The goal of the attackers is to get to those prisoners, pick them up, and carry them to exfil. When you pick them up, you enter what's called a wounded carry, where they're up on your shoulders and you can't use your primary weapons. Instead, you have to use a pistol if you brought it, or you're just stuck with fists. But the way that we give the attackers an advantage once they grab that prisoner is they get a radar sweep for their team, so they can call out where the defenders are. And the objective icon over the prisoner goes away as soon as they scoop them up. So now the defenders have to basically rotate back to the exfil and set up defensive positions. And it's this heart-pounding, adrenaline-pushing like mode once you grab that prisoner and try and get them out.
That hero run to exfil is
definitely you know big S&D energy in this mode, which resonates with me in my time in esports. So this is my personal favorite of the new ones, and also sort of the strategic revives that happen. There is a revive mechanic, and so you are able to pick up your teammates, and I've seen some pretty wild comebacks in our playtest so far.
It was a lot of fun. We got to play a tiny bit yesterday. It was amazing. Incredibly fun, and I know the community is going to love diving into it over the next week. Okay, I can hardly believe that there's actually a lot more content to get through, but there's one more thing I have to bring up. I have the honor of officially announcing that third-person view is finally coming to Modern Warfare 2. What are the details behind this one? We got a little teaser of it, on stage from Patro, but what are the details?
पता नहीं क्या सोच के लोग TPP मोड दे रहे हैं.
It's been a pet project for us, right? We've always wanted to do third person, and all while we're working on all this other stuff, we've been kind of lifting up and doing third person in each mode. And the cool thing is that it's a modifier on our game, right? We can just turn on third person. In the beta, we'll be playing it in Hardpoint, but we want to try it post-launch in S&D. We want to try it in VR. And we have, you know, camera work. The camera collision's been reworked. It handles tight spaces. There's a water camera. There's an interior camera. You can feel the weapon shake when you're firing with it. And it's just, we've put a lot of work into it.
Sexy skins and everything. This is a lot of information, Steph. Like, there's a ton here.
I tried to warn you. They were delivering a lot of features for you guys to try out ahead of release. And I said we were going to be bold with this beta, and we are. But there's even more to come.
जो लोग पुरानी console PS2 वगैरह games खेले हैं ना, उस time पे TV भी चलता था. Mostly Resident Evil.
Okay, so what about this
So I'm happy to say that this will return as our third mode, and we'll be focused on 2-player missions.
अरे Modern Warfare 2 original में भी था था शायद से, मुझे याद है
भाई
one
invention,
player on air
sorry
support,
invention.
one player on the ground, and I think the OG
Original में था,
fans will be really excited because
third
we
person.
looked at, you know,
ये
some
याद
of
है
the
जहाँ तक।
iconic Modern Warfare missions like Overwatch, and really tried
Mods is
to
GG.
implement some of those themes into
बहुत
the
सारे mods
design.
आए
So
भाई,
we'll be talking more about special
जो
ops
PC में
in
नहीं है
the,
ना उससे ज़्यादा इसमें
months to
है.
come.
Steph, you're saying I should be looking now for a special ops partner.
Sitting right next to you.
Yes, you are indeed. Well,
अरे story mode तो same ही रहेगी ना Modern Warfare जो original की थी.
PlayStation players out there. What's that?
Indeed, we do.
RIP
Let's,
Ghost in advance.
roll the clip.
PS3 में खेला था 5 साल हो गए उसको खेले स्टोरी बस याद है घोस्ट मर गया था
Empty-handed, I was born. Empty-handed,
एंड में क्या
I was sent. Blade or bullet, fist or bow, spear, stone or arrow. These are merely tools. I am the one to fear.
यार modern
Take Miles ISO.
PlayStation.
Fix your mind.
PlayStation players will receive an exclusive operator, Oni. Oni is a warrior and gun for hire, descended from centuries-old samurai clan and torn between country and family, just like me. This is such an awesome-looking operator, guys. Oni is going to be playable on day one for all who pre-ordered through the PlayStation Store. Plus, he comes with a high-level weapon blueprint, playable in multiplayer and Warzone 2.0. Steph, badass.
Oni is awesome. I myself am a PlayStation player, and so I will be becoming Oni main day one for this game. And it's been really awesome to see our narrative team
इसमें तो वो रहेगा ना ऑपरेटर स्किल कैरेक्टर के हिसाब से
operator to life with the creation of his
ये सही है
backstory, his
मतलब
motives,
थोड़ा सा,
and I think the art team absolutely crushed it with this skin. He is so cool looking.
All right, Steph, we keep talking about all the things that we have to look forward to, but we are missing quite a big one here. We're missing the start of the beta. So for anyone who wants to get an early first-hand look at Modern Warfare 2, and trust me, you definitely want to, it is immediately available around the corner. For PlayStation players who pre-order any version, early access to the open beta starts tomorrow. So make sure you are preloading right now. Now, also check out your screens, since here's exactly when you can play the beta on your platform of choice. But don't forget, friends, it's also definitely worth noting that if you pre-order the Vault Edition of Modern Warfare 2, you get to use the red Team 141 Operator Pack and the FJX Cinder Weapon Vault in the beta, in addition to being able to earn in-game rewards for playing all sorts of cool swag. And don't forget that if you digitally pre-order Modern Warfare 2, you also get up to a week early of campaign access. So wait, campaign a week early. All right, folks.
Early.
I hope you enjoyed that first look at Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. Don't forget, you're going to get to see it live and in action in a few short minutes with our crazy set of streamers here, 200 plus here. And
हाँ क्या कर रहा है क्या ये स्किन है किसके पास PlayStation है हाँ मेरे पास नहीं है ये रोजी के पास है
मेरे पास भी नहीं है मेरे पास भी
Duty next.
मैं सोचा तेरे पास है
Mountain Dew, official drink of Modern Warfare 2. Little Caesars, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 2. HyperX, official peripheral
PS5
partner
लेने की
of Call of
सोच रहा था
Duty.
बट मैं सोचा मोबाइल ही ठीक है
Play like a
मतलब
pro on
iPad
the
ले
big
लिया
screen with
क्लाउड गेमिंग
144
तो आ ही रही है
Hz
एच पे
VRR and AMD
क्लाउड
FreeSync,
गेमिंग आ
now
जाएगी
on
तो
TCL
मतलब नहीं
6
रहेगा
series TVs. Prime Gaming.
और बाकी PS2 और 3 ना उसमें आलसी हो जाते हैं बंदे पता है दिन भर गेम खेलते रहो स्ट्रीमिंग वगैरह करने का मन नहीं करता इसलिए रहने दो
We have 200 creators here
जब मैं
on
काम
site
कर रहा
marching down the green
हूँ खाना
carpet
खाते
with
हुए
one mission in mind.
वॉच पार्टी करते हैं
Players
क्या कहते हो गाइस
मैं भी सैंडविचेस बना रहा हूँ
सैंडविच बना रहा है अरे यार कुछ ऑर्डर करके रखना चाहिए था यार आज पता है 11 बज चुका है कुछ मिलेगा तो नहीं
And what are you looking forward to most when it comes to Warzone 2?
Prisoner rescue.
I'm looking forward
अच्छा वैसे ये बताओ गाइस वो जो स्टैटिक साउंड आता था वो अभी नहीं आ रहा है ना बस उतना ही चाहिए मुझे
नहीं आ रहा
स्ट्रीम में ना
Maybe some OG maps coming back.
मुझे एक मोबाइल चाहिए होगा और मुझे लगता लगता है एक अलग से एक और हेडफोन खरीदना पड़ेगा इसमें बता
Search and destroy
तो
Code Red. Capture the
इसका
flag,
सीन है
Code
यार
Red.
पता नहीं
If I'm
किसका
going
सीन है
hard with the boys on a long night at S&D and I'm trying to get some nasty in-game comms, I'm drinking Baja Blast all night.
Terminal or high rise?
Easy terminal.
Terminal yaar best.
Most people have terminal nostalgia. Terminal. 100%. I just replayed that recently and I realized that spawn trapping is horrendous. Easy. Strike.
High rise.
High rise.
Terminal.
What's your favorite flavor of Mountain Dew?
I've grown up on Code Red, so it's still Code Red for me.
Honestly, I like the basic one, just Mountain Dew itself. Dang, I was gonna pick Code Red too.
Can I get a second one? Alright. Baja Blast.
अच्छा कोई नया मैप आया है क्या ये COD में
Dual double XP, COD points, and also an exclusive Mountain Dew
मोबाइल पे
in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 when you buy
नहीं मोबाइल पे नहीं आया मतलब मोबाइल पे तो आते रहते हैं
यार भाई इवेंट देख के मन करता है
ब्रांड न्यू मैप नहीं आया
मैं बता क्या मन कर रहा है अब मैं उधर रहता ठीक है रह के
Live. Back to Call of Duty next. The Mountain Dew green carpet. God damn, it was beautiful. A lot of fun people out there. Everyone having a good time, and some incredibly well-dressed people up there, and some definitely not. Sweaty t-shirts abound. But here we go. Welcome back to Call of Duty next, friends.
ये इवेंट देखने के बाद मेरा मन करता है भाई काश मैं उधर होता इवेंट में अगर इंडिया में होता ना पक्का मैं जाता भाई इवेंट में तो क्या करता मैं
multiplayer reveal trailer earlier today, and it does look awesome.
मैं भी चले जाता इंडिया में अबू स्टेडियम वगैरह को भी नहीं बुलाया
अरे गोकुस
इंडियंस को बुलाते नहीं ना
होता है
अरे इंडियंस को बुलाएंगे ना तो मतलब बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा क्राउड पॉपुलेशन के हिसाब से देख के
उनको पता है ना क्या करे भाई इंडिया का अलग ही क्रेज है
Warzone 2.0 I ended up at IW as a fan of the game and so this moment is absolutely bananas for me but Warzone 2.0 is everything that we loved about the original Warzone right where it's based on the same experience that we all had
जितना भी गेम देख सारे अभी मोबाइल में सेव कर रहे हैं
it's a return to shared
मुझे लगता है
कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी का सक्सेस देख के सब सोचे कि
यही फ्यूचर है really streamlined player experience and I think the key innovations that we discussed for multiplayer those all exist across Warzone 2.0 as well. So we're bringing it back. It's all connected. It's the same world, and I think the players are going to love it.
Oh my good God.
Warzone 2 मतलब Warzone mobile है ना?
Again, there's a lot in this one, Jack.
नहीं मेरे ख्याल से Warzone 2 Warzone 2 है क्योंकि मैं सुना था वो आ रही है
developed side by side since the beginning right since we started down this
Warzone mobile के बारे में चालू नहीं किया है बात करना
Warzone 2 मतलब क्या PC का
the same weaponry and
हाँ PC का भी part 2 आ रहा है ना Warzone 2 और उसका तो ऑफिशियल नाम भी आ गया ना मोबाइल तो Warzone 2.0 नहीं बोलते अगर वो होता 2.0 नाम रिवील नहीं हुआ उसका Warzone 2.0 बोल के ट्विटर पे देखा था
technologies in order to do it and lots of artwork to make it happen. And we've learned so much from players experiencing Verdansk and playing in Verdansk over the first few years of Warzone, and we're really excited for them to land in Al Mazrah with their squad. There's a wide variety of points of interest for players to explore this map, and we're really looking forward to seeing everybody.
Oh, here we go, a brand new map
They're
to explore
still
and traverse.
talking about PC Warzone.
Let's take a look.
That's right, Miles.
भाई यार जो ग्राफिक्स दिखा ना मुझे
This is our new map for Warzone 2.0.
मैं ये बंदे को पहले ही बता दिया कि मोबाइल का
really interesting mix of geography. It is expansive desert settings with a mix of industrial areas, towns, a city, and of course water. It looks way better on this screen than it did on Twitter. But you're gonna find
CODM में एक exclusive map आया New Vision City BR का
subterranean spaces.
Location है map में collab हुआ था ना
It's actually the biggest BR map that we've ever made, and I am so excited for all of our streamers here to jump into Al Mazrah later today.
It's huge. Look at the size of that thing. Okay, so that was a big picture, and it's a great way to see it from a sort of top-down layout. But let's take a better look at some of these points of interest.
So when we set out to create these spaces, the team works to make it feel like a real space, right? So that there's infrastructure in between all the different, what we call points of interest along the map. And if you're paying attention, you might even see a few that seem pretty familiar out there as well. And so as the team works through these, they're trying to find some variety on each point of interest to make them something that the players will want to drop in and get the particularity of that single point of interest and find the place that they want to drop and where they want to play, whether it be a high of elevation observatory at the center of the map, whether it be the big city that's at the top right, and whether they want to explore that, or whether they want to work in some of our POIs where we have water intersecting with geometry here. So we have in this one.
Ooh, that looks familiar.
That does seem familiar. And there's a river system that goes through all of this. So you'll be able to catch in a boat and drive between the different POIs. And here's one of our favorites, Sawa Village, which is...
That's my favorite.
Colloquially called Sunken Town.
I mean, I love to swim. So I'm curious what you guys think, Jack and Joe, on what the hot drop will be today. Right? We've been talking about this last couple days. This is our first time seeing other people who are not us play Warzone 2.0, and so I'm just very curious where you think everyone's going to immediately drop today.
मन कर रहा है अभी जाके मैं कहीं पर जाके पीसी में खेलूं
They're coming home.
It's always nice you move into the map.
Color होंगे तेरे घर के आसपास तो Warzone तो रखते ही हैं color
Have all these flashbacks.
Yeah, there's a lot of nuggets in there for some old Modern Warfare fans.
Warzone और Valorant अभी सारे game color से मिलेगा.
I think people will land around the edge so they stay in as long as possible in this match.
अरे crazy भाई क्या हाल है?
All right, guys. Well, the map looks absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to watch.
Hello, आवाज आ रही है? अरे अच्छा मैं भूल गया.
Alpha build later on today. Okay, so moving on to the gameplay. We've got this beautiful space to play in. How do all of these multiplayer elements we've talked about a little bit earlier, how do they fit into Warzone 2.0?
I mean, the super simple answer is all the stuff we talked about in multiplayer, the stuff you saw.
मेरा माइक आ गया?
बड़ी जल्दी ऑन कर लिया माइक.
अरे नहीं ये दो चीज था ना अपना दो जगह में माइक ऑफ है.
अच्छा.
Yeah.
See the caustics on the bottom.
ये दिखाई नहीं रहे भाई मोबाइल का.
कौन सा? मोबाइल वाला बाकी है. मोबाइल वाला बाकी है. ये बाकी है.
एंड में दिखाएंगे वो. उसी के लिए तो
Warzone PC है.
टीम ऑन कर हाँ कर लिया
पता
So
है
you touched on vehicles a little bit earlier. What can we talk about? You know, we've seen boats, we've seen tanks, we've seen all sorts. Jack, what?
Warzone है बहुत टफ है
So
पता है.
we've implemented a new physics and handling model for the vehicles. So some
टफ
vehicles
क्यों
are
है?
heavier,
क्योंकि
some will
उसमें
slide
एक
more, have more
consoles के
traction
लिए
or less
इतना
traction.
ज़्यादा aim
And as
assist
you're
है ना.
driving them around and you're encountering them and other squads
मतलब
are
बंदे
playing
पे
them,
like
you
Free
can
Fire
choose
में
to
aim
shoot
assist
off
है
the
ना वैसा aim
tires
assist
to kind of impact their handling.
तुम्हारे पास है क्या
Have
प्लेस्टेशन?
them they react to explosives
हाँ?
differently
ये
based on their
PlayStation
weight.
नहीं
So
है.
if you're in a
मैं
heavy
PC पे
armored
खेलता था ना.
4x4 and get hit by an RPG,
तो मेरे PS वाले दोस्त बड़ा बताते थे.
quite take the hit as a small sedan. You can also choose
उसके जो गेमप्ले है उसके ग्राफिक्स ज्यादा अच्छे हैं हमारे सिनेमैटिक्स मोबाइल गेम्स.
and suddenly you got yourself a lot of firepower driving into the
भाई वो PC
Of
गेम है.
course, that vehicle needs to survive for quite some time in the map if you want to keep using it to go from point to point. And vehicles will run out of gas.
देखते हैं मोबाइल का कैसे होगा.
Will run out of gas, and then you can bring them
उम्मीद
to a
नहीं है
gas
मेरे को
station to
ज़्यादा
fill them
वैसे.
up. If your tire's been blown up, you can get out and repair
बाकी है
it, or
बाकी
you
है
can bring
मोबाइल
it to a gas
मोबाइल
station to
स्पोर्ट्स
get
अभी भी
repaired as well.
बाकी है.
And of
अभी
course,
जस्ट
we've got,
स्टार्ट हुआ है भाई.
water vehicles. We've got
हम
a
लोग का अभी
scrubber,
जस्ट
we've got
स्टार्ट
the boat
हुआ
that
है
Joe mentioned
मोबाइल
with
का.
the turret at the front, turret at the back.
2018 से शुरू हुआ ना मोबाइल
the
गेम्स.
river with your whole
नहीं
squad
हाँ और
ready to
उससे
rumble.
पहले ही हुआ था बट
PUBG आया तभी शुरू हुआ.
2017 PUBG.
अरे मोबाइल लेजेंड्स कब आया था?
Massive helicopter that you can fly around. It's a big platform.
मोबाइल
with 3
लेजेंड्स से
doors.
शुरू हुआ.
You can move a whole
जितना भी
squad
गेम्स
through the
है.
map.
What?
इंडिया में मेन
It is
PUBG
so
से
cool.
होता है.
Oh my God.
I mean, the fact that you can lean out of the window, you know, grab your teammates, pile in a vehicle, actually, you know, engage in battle from the window, leaning out
Unless
combat.
somebody blew off your door.
इसमें से ना 50-60 हजार मेरे को लग रहा है मोबाइल के लिए आया.
Get PTSD from Joe killing me many times in our playtest.
Well, I hope the gas prices in Almaz are okay.
I
There's a
disagree.
lot going on in Warzone 2.0, and my head is quite frankly spinning. What
Lucifer
other
है क्या?
massive
Lucifer को
changes
बुला टर्न
have we got in store?
Lucifer आ जा,
Feels like
टर्निंग में आ जा,
there's
क्या
so
कर
much
रहा
has
है?
changed. Is it still a gulag? Do we still have circles? Is it still
Discord
gas?
में आ
Are
जा,
there
Discord
guns?
में
Do we shoot them? What's happening?
तुम दोनों डिस्कॉर्ड में बैठे हुए हो.
We made some pretty sweeping changes, I think, to the
मेरे को लिंक दो
high-level
डिस्कॉर्ड
से चालू हुआ मेरे
components
हिसाब
of
से.
Warzone 2.0 to continue providing players with both.
अरे प्रोजी तेरे चैनल पे तो डिस्कॉर्ड का जो लिंक है वो एक्सपायर हो चुका है.
पुराना डिस्कॉर्ड का लिंक ग्लोबल साउंड
dynamic
आता है.
and rewarding VR experience. But Warzone 2.0, you're going to hear it over
कोई ना,
and
कोई
over
ना.
again today. It's
Lucy.
about fun. This is about playing with your friends, having fun, you know, friends new and old. Maybe you're making them a game. And I think one particular feature that I cannot wait to see streamers engage with will be our prox chat.
Yes!
So it's coming. It will be in Warzone, and there is going to be some amazing clips. But I think Joe can tell us a little bit more about looting in Warzone 2.0. I'm listening to that.
The streamers love Prox Chat.
They're like, yes!
You know, in looting in Warzone 2.0, we still have the humming crates. You know, you can still travel around and listen for those. We still have the loose loot on the ground, but we wanted to add a layer of learnability and logic to our looting, right? So if you're outside to our looting, right? So if you're outside, if you're a little kid, you fall down, you hurt your knee, and your mom's going to go inside, go to the medicine cabinet and get you something to a Band-Aid, Neosporin, whatever. Okay. That's our looting. If you need health items, you can hit a bathroom in a building and there'll be a medicine cabinet. You can open it up. If you want to get loadout items, there are these hidden caches throughout in between the POIs that are in ground, and you can memorize where they are because they're always there. So you can kind of start to develop these paths through the map of how you loot. And there's this logic applied to looting. You know, you can find toolboxes that'll have grenades and things in them. And you find these other crates that are kind of like, it's as if the military that occupied the space came through and dropped off military items. Those crates are always there. So you can always have this reliable layer to looting.
Incredible. This sounds really
Okay.
exciting. We
Nice
got a road
RNG
trip
chat. We
through
like that.
Al-Mazrah and quite literally like have a route. Yeah, pick up snacks, pick up ammo and all sorts. Okay, cool. So what about circle mechanics? I mean, this is obviously a huge component of BR's, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, the circle's been a staple of BR's. It's been really hard to move away from it. So we So we've got this new mechanic where the circle can actually split, almost like a cell splits into two, three, or even 4 circles.
I actually talked about this before in
those
chat.
circles kind of close down. And what it does is it segments teams and have these micro battles in those circles.
अरे माइक चालू कर लूँगा ना जब बोल रहा हूँ.
पीछे पे तो
बैठा हूँ मैं.
And then those circles merge. They come back together.
iFar क्या हो गया? पागल हो गया क्या?
Directed fight of like as the circle's moving, you're like gearing up in buildings. You're like, here we go. It's about to kick off. And as soon as those circles hit, you have that final fight. So it's another kind of like twist in the gameplay that we feel like is a cool world event that would happen. Like, oh, the circle's splitting. We need to do X.
Crazy. Get in the car.
अरे नहीं, mainstream में ये iFar का वो डाल दिया है.
Apart from circle splitting, what about the Gulag? Is that still around? I mean,
iFar
so much
क्या
change, man. I mean, I'm ready for it.
नहीं, event में नहीं है ये.
The Gulag, you know, we've been
घर से
experimenting
stream
with
कर रहा है
tried some crazy things. But the current version of the Gulag that we have running right now
iFar घर से कर रहा है क्या?
is you're not in there alone. You
Actually,
actually have
that's
this
kinda cool,
temporary
yeah.
alliance with another opponent.
क्या उसकी country भी वो होगी?
You have to work together, and if you can defeat
बीच में डाले थे क्या?
you can get
iFar को.
out. And after that, you guys are enemies again.
That's cool.
But for that moment, it's like, all right, we need each other.
And there's
Let's do this.
proximity
We use the
chat, so they can
proximity
hear
chat
each
to
other
talk to
and talk to
And
bro.
the other
You
thing
can
we've
make
been playing
like a
around with is
friendship
you may
through
see a
that.
little bit of an AI presence in
That's
the
the W.
Gulag. So you kind of have to
अबे
get on your
iFar
toes.
का stream में चला गया मैं क्या कैसे? LOL बे.
A new concept coming to Warzone
Yeah.
2.
मैं iFar के stream में चला गया यहाँ से.
That will include AI that may impact how players get their weapons, etc. Can you clue me into what that's all about and if it's even true?
Absolutely.
LOL.
So strongholds are reinforced
और
buildings.
iFar की stream कर रहा था कहती देर से.
नहीं नहीं, मैं अचानक iFar के stream में चला गया अभी.
Players can choose whether or not they want to engage with them and assault them to get cool rewards, including free loadout items.
Late
Which
as
is one of the
why.
new ways that we're adding for players to get their hands on their best weapon.
Hello.
We've worked really hard to bring in AI at scale into Warzone 2, and you
Because
can
ये है,
encounter
बैठा ही है,
them in
बैठा ही है.
multiple modes in different ways. In BR specifically, there are
अच्छा
these
क्रेजी चला गया.
strongholds.
भाई मेरे साथ ऐसा सीन हो गया मैं
You can find the location.
CODM का मेन स्ट्रीम देखते देखते iFar के स्ट्रीम में चला गया. कब चला गया पता भी नहीं चला.
भाई मैं तो पीछे से कर रहा हूँ तो रिकमेंडेशंस आती है. अच्छा तू हाँ समझ गया मैं. भूल जाते हैं कि मैं स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूँ. अच्छा iFar की चलो इसकी देख लेता हूँ कमेंट्री होगी.
मैं वही सोच रहा हूँ अचानक iFar का ये कैसे आ गया मतलब मेन स्ट्रीम में. ठीक है उसका फेस कैम दिखा रहा है. मैं बोला भाई कब से चल रहा है ये.
New modes on the internet recently, but one of the most exciting things about Warzone 2.0 is confirmation that an all
अच्छा
new
लॉन्च डेट भी दिखाने वाले
sandbox
हैं.
experience
नेक्स्ट लॉन्च
is
डेट है
coming
वाह. ओके मोबाइल का भी
I'm
दिखाएंगे
happy
मतलब.
to
लेट्स गो.
announce DMZ Call of Duty's extraction mode will arrive with
ये ठीक है
Warzone
भाई लॉन्च
2.0
डेट
at
चाहिए.
launch later
सॉफ्ट
this
लॉन्च भी
year.
दो.
I played DMZ for the
सॉफ्ट
very
लॉन्च और
first
इंडिया में
time
तो
on my first day at IW.
भाई Warzone
and
देंगे
to
पता है
this
इंडिया
day,
में.
I'm playing it
100% देंगे
nonstop.
क्योंकि
The possibilities with this game
हेलो
mode
आवाज आ रही है.
हाँ हाँ आ रही है बोल
So
बोल.
DMZ. I can also confirm
100% देंगे क्योंकि देख कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी मोबाइल का सबसे बड़ा प्लेयर बेस अभी इंडिया में ही है. तो कोई सेंस नहीं बनता उन लोग को कि इंडिया में ना दे.
sandbox where you can define your own win condition. You infiltrate Al-Mazrah,
Soft launch
you
में से
accomplish your
इंडिया
goals, and
सिंगापुर
then you
एंड
decide to extract when the
यूके
time
में
is right.
देंगे इंडिया में
It is played across the
सिंगापुर
whole
मैक्सिको.
map, And the AIs occupy large sections of the map, and they are lethal opponents, and they do command your respect. You have to watch out for them. You have to work with your team. They patrol areas, they occupy strongholds, and they'll reinforce based on players' actions. And then on top of all this, you can choose which mission you want to accomplish, or you can chase after a variety of activities in the world. And you can play this differently depending on your playstyle. You can go loud, like I always do. You can go quiet, or you can hunt other players or avoid them entirely. Or you could just decide, hey, I'm going to explore the secrets of Al Mazrah and see what's there.
Loot up, exfil, it's totally up to player choice there, and I'm really excited about the full scale of what we're delivering for this chapter, and we want players to have an amazing experience in Warzone 2.0. We've been listening to the conversations in the community, specifically around small maps, Ricochet, anti-cheat, ranked play, and beyond. And trust me, although we're touching on some of the core updates to the overall Warzone 2.0 experience today, and mostly focusing on BR, there will be more news to share over the coming months. This is only the beginning for Warzone 2.0.
Okay, I need Warzone 2.0 and DMZ in my life ASAP. Stephanie, when?
Warzone 2.0 will be free to play for everyone on November 16th with the start of Season 1 of Modern Warfare 2.
Imagine Warzone mobile.
Mobile नहीं है बे.
And we had 125 million
तेरे पास PC है ना
तो
हाँ तू कर ले.
I cannot wait to see all of you and hopefully more of you in Al Mazrah for this experience.
lag होता है. Stream और वो साथ में नहीं हो
पाएगा.
हमारे यहाँ पर साइबर होता है ना मैं अभी जाके खेलता हूँ.
happening right here behind us very, very soon.
Yeah, the stream was a we will see all of you in Al Mazrah in November.
अच्छा वैसे लूसी ये बता ये हमारे यहाँ पर अभी कोई साइबर कैफे है क्या?
Just what Warzone looks like when it's built up from the ground for mobile.
अभी एक भी दिखाई नहीं दे
रहा. Want to miss this, I promise. Then after that, we have live gameplay coming at us with all of our friends set up across each and every Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. We've got Warzone 2.0, Battle Royale, we got Warzone Mobile. It's all happening here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go too far.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by the GMC Hummer EV pickup, the world's first all-electric super truck. Intel, built for the next generation of gaming. Squad with Xfinity rewards. Get early access to Modern Warfare 2's open beta. Jack Links, squad up with Sasquatch. Jack Links is good with it. Eureka Ergonomic, leading design and proud partner of Modern Warfare 2.
अभी आएगा.
मैं इसमें पूरा अपना काम निपटा.
अभी आएगा.
ये मोबाइल है. अब ये मोबाइल नहीं हुआ. ये मोबाइल ही होगा यार. ये मोबाइल के अलावा कुछ नहीं करता. ये हाँ ये मोबाइल है 100%.
ये मोबाइल है. भाई देख यार. क्या ग्राफिक्स है बे.
अरे मूंछ वाला इंडियन लग रहा है.
ये भाई मोबाइल वर्जन आ चुका है ट्रेलर.
हाँ ये मोबाइल है इसका मैं ट्रेलर. अरे बाकी मूंछ वाला बंदा इंडियन है. तू क्या बोलता है?
देखते हैं ना भाई मोर प्लेयर्स.
अच्छा 120 रहेंगे कि 150 रहेंगे मुझे कंफर्म
पता नहीं.
सबसे ज्यादा रहेंगे मोबाइल गेम में आज तक ये तो कंफर्म है. इमेजिन 250.
भाई साहब देख मैप देख भाई.
ये तो है सीओडीएम में अभी. ब्लैकआउट की हाइड्रो रैम तो
यार यार जो ग्राफिक्स है ना भाई. यो
सिनेमैटिक है. ग्राफिक्स नहीं सिनेमैटिक है.
जो भी हो भाई इसमें देखने में कैसा लग रहा है ना देख ले.
अरे फिनिशिंग मूव्स रहेंगे इसमें है ना. इस पे अरे भाई
अरे मेरा
ये इसमें यार ये
कौन
बहुत दुख होती. लेट्स गो
भाई. जो लग रहा है ना देखते हुए.
डेट बता दो हम लोग को.
डेट बताइए ना. अभी आएगा. रुक
बताएगा. सॉफ्ट लॉन्च ही बताएगा मेरे ख्याल से रूमर्स बोल रहे हैं सॉफ्ट लॉन्च रिवील होगा
बाकी है ये लोग जैसे ये पीसी वाला बोला है ना पीसी 2.0 एकदम लाइन में वैसे ही होगा ये अटक क्यों रहा है तुम लोग का भी हो रहा है क्या बफरिंग
already good to go but finally we're hitting something new
मेरा हो रहा था बीच में
वही
Let's go.
This is the real thing, and it's on your
भाई
phone.
मैं वेट नहीं कर पा रहा कोई ग्राफिक्स ये रियल है देख रहा है ग्राफिक्स भाई क्या गेम बनाएंगे
Let me quickly point out the gameplay you're seeing today. It's still alpha, so it's only going to get better. And for Warzone fans, you recognize this drop sequence right away.
iPad में खेलने में मजा आएगा भाई
gives me so much nostalgia but wait a minute
मेरे पास
Chris,
iPad Pro है मैं तो फुल मजे लूंगा मजे लो
देखना
You know, this is where Warzone gameplay was born. We're bringing the legendary Verdansk map to
भाई Warzone ले लेगा
first time
BGMI को ले लेगा
from its hallmark vistas and these dense urban areas.
Apex को भी ले लेगा
Wide open fields, ready for battle.
Apex का अभी भी बाकी है भाई ऐसा मत बोल
environments. There's so much variety in Verdansk. It's famous for good reason. Teaming with fan favorite locations like Boneyard and Superstore.
बाकी Apex थर्ड पर्सन निकाल देगा इसका आने के बाद
I'm getting classic Call of Duty Warzone flashbacks here. Can you tell us more about the gameplay?
क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग थर्ड पर्सन खेल रहे हैं Apex में मतलब फर्स्ट पर्सन बस खेलना चाहते हैं वो लोग इसमें आ जाएंगे इसमें थर्ड पर्सन
हाँ TPV वाले यहाँ पर आ जाएंगे FPV वाले उधर ही रहेंगे
फर्स्ट पर्सन वाले
क्या Warzone में
थर्ड पर्सन है ही नहीं थर्ड पर्सन नहीं है Warzone
अबे थर्ड पर्सन बोला ना इन लोगों ने दिया है
We've made sure that the
इसमें नहीं है वो Modern Warfare 2 में
अच्छा
ये सिर्फ फर्स्ट पर्सन रहने वाला है
little touches are smooth and accurate. It's about creating an experience that's so true to form. You can imagine feeling that dirt compression.
देखना पड़ेगा इसको कंट्रोल्स कैसे है उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करके देखते क्या होता है
moving through your entire body with every shot. In Warzone Mobile,
these are the kind of
details that we care about that make the combat feel
मतलब मैं पीसी में इससे थोड़े कम ग्राफिक्स में खेलता हूँ Warzone PC
and you know it sounds like everyone's paying attention to detail and it's finally paying off. Now when I think of Call of Duty Warzone, I think about strategy.
Absolutely. There's a lot more going on than pure gunplay. For example, when you're out there exploring a map and evading the gas circle collapse, you can try to sneak up on another player and pull off a finishing move. It's like ultimate bragging rights. And if you're feeling more strategic, you and your squad, they can complete contracts, use that cash at buy stations. There's a ton of variety there, including lots of different abilities like bringing back a fallen squad mate.
Apex के finishing moves उतने brutal नहीं होते भाई Warzone के इतने brutal होंगे ना ये में 8+ हो जाएगी इसके मैं देखा हूँ फुल वगैरह निकल जाते हैं बहुत brutal होते
because if you're talking about risk and reward, I think about the kill streaks. I think about the gulag. Are they going to be there too?
गुलाग आएगा क्या
जैसे 18+ हो गई तो मुझे क्या
गुलाग है especially kill streaks. This means
गुलाग होगा ना गुलाग नहीं होगा तो Warzone कहाँ से होगा भाई क्या फर्क है
you might be able to wipe out an entire squad.
गुलाग नहीं होगा
अभी ना अभी आएगा ना मजा
अरे मोबाइल में आने वाला था गुलाग बट कैंसिल कर दिया शायद मोबाइल में टेस्ट कर रहे थे Warzone
देखते हैं क्या होता है
and you can earn your way back into battle. This is how Warzone Mobile plays out on a truly massive
scale. Yeah, I guess iPad resolution
में we've ever played on
हाँ 120 players.
For this reason, we're pushing
PC में 150 होते हैं शायद इसमें 120 है बस
to make sure each match is jam-packed with our signature style of combat. So we are supporting up to 100.
हाँ क्या कह रहा हूँ नहीं गेम तो पता नहीं लड़के अच्छे
Wait, hold on. Did you just
player or
say
bot?
120 players?
Player or bot?
Or do you mean bots? Because it seems like in battle royale games on mobile, they're usually loaded up with boring bots.
Well, we believe it's critical.
No, but इतना overconfidence अच्छा नहीं है ना? Imagine, just imagine, उल्टा हो गया इसका.
Human opponents. And that's our focus. So for anyone who's tired of
बहुत ज़्यादा
playing
overconfidence
देखते
उल्टा हो गया तो
we're talking up to 120 real players ready to hunt you down with real human skill and real human emotions. That is Call of Duty Warzone Mobile.
And we hear you in the crowd. Everyone's excited and absolutely it is.
भाई ये लोग अगर सच में 120 के 120 अगर रियल प्लेयर्स दिए ना मैं एपेक्स छोड़ दूंगा कह रहा हूँ मैं
We can support real
समझ रहे हैं
at a dramatically higher scale than we've ever seen in other battle royale because Warzone Mobile is running on advanced, unified Call of Duty technology. This is the same shared tech behind the console and PC versions of Warzone 2.0. It gives us a ton of advantages, like these incredibly high player counts, authentic Call of Duty combat and gameplay systems, and it opens the door to a much more connected experience across all platforms.
So when you say more connected, does that mean that Warzone Mobile will share content and features that will be in the console and PC version of Warzone 2.0?
2.0 मोबाइल है, Warzone मोबाइल नहीं है। रुक दोनों गेम Fortnite जैसे connected रहेगी।
देखते हैं ना रुक।
Now we know that your time is precious, and your investment in playing is now recognized across Modern Warfare 2,
main CODM देना था लोग, मोबाइल प्लेयर को क्या चाहिए CODM को।
So wherever you're playing Call of Duty, it is time well spent, including on mobile. Even your friends list and chat are shared across platforms, so you can stay in touch with your friends, whether they're playing on console or PC or mobile, wherever they choose to play.
I mean, that is so exciting. I totally.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Now,
oh my god! Oh my god! अरे कैसे हो?
Connectivity is that Call of Duty Warzone Mobile is loaded up with the same authentic Call of Duty weapons and operators recognized from Modern Warfare 2.
Me too guys in Warzone. अरे Titan भाई क्या कर रहे हो? देखते 120 रियल प्लेयर्स का भी पॉसिबल है नहीं है सर्वर उड़ जाएगा देखते भाई रूम के तरह पिंग और एफपीएस फ्लक्चुएशन
एपेक्स पीसी अगर खेला होगा किसी ने तो उसको पता होगा कि बहुत टाइम लगता है मैच मिलने में तो ऐसा ही होने वाला है मुझे लग रहा है भाई
ये तो होगा
2-3 मैच खेल के बंद करता था इतना टाइम
देख अगर 120 के 120 अगर प्लेयर्स चाहिए ना इन लोगों को एक मतलब वही है टाइम तो लगेगा
ग्राफिक्स बाकी उतने अच्छे नहीं है यार जितने सुने थे मीडियम टाइप के बहुत ज्यादा है
अरे मतलब मैं बोलता हूँ फ्रेंडली हम लोग ये फ्रेंडली मीटअप कर सकते हैं क्रॉस प्लेटफॉर्म वो चीज समझ गया मैं गेम मुझे जो इन लोगों ने कहा गेम होगा नहीं सिर्फ वही कह रहा हूँ रियल बेस काइंड ऑफ है वो तो है
The team is committed to ensuring Warzone Mobile is a world-class, mobile-first experience, right down to its core. Controls are a huge part of it. It just needs to feel natural on the device, intuitive, and native.
अच्छा, separated है ना? PC console एक साथ है और mobile अलग है.
We're supporting synchronous crossplay between iOS and Android platforms exclusively on mobile, and we're avoiding the imbalance that comes with crossplay between mobile devices and consoles or mobile to PC. This allows our teams to deliver the best possible mobile gameplay experience with a unified feel. And by doing this, we don't need to compromise the tuning for any platform. This ensures a level playing field and more fun for everyone. Now, keeping those controls balanced for all player types, it's super important. So whether you're the hardest of hardcore mobile pros, or maybe you're a console first player that's sneaking in an extra match during your lunch break, even brand new players to the franchise who need a little help getting into the flow of the game, we are committed to providing the most robust control options for a pickup and play experience
graphics low करेगा क्योंकि imaginative नहीं है game I guess so पहले गेम को आने दो जिस तरह से इन लोगों ने तो शो किया है मुझे लगता है ग्राफिक्स डिपेंड करेगा जैसे एपेक्स में
You can pre-register for your free download in the Google Play Store. Signing up means that you can be among the first to play when the game launches next year. We look forward to seeing everyone in Call of Duty Warzone Mobile.
Guys, मिलते हैं जो लोग Warzone खेलने वाले हो अगले साल मिलेंगे ठीक है कब आएगा अगले साल bro?
Hey guys, Ferg here, and I am thrilled to be one of the first to pre-register for Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And now you can too. Scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen.
Shortcut Google Play Store खोलो Warzone सर्च करो एक दो क्रॉस स्क्रॉल करो आ जाएगा और टैब करने की जरूरत नहीं है
अरे एक साल तो बहुत लेट है रे
जस्ट अपलोडेड यू नो
कौन आ गया ये
Plus, if we reach the top milestone of 25 million pre-registers, we're going to unlock a super cool secret reward.
होगा आपसे ये एक्सपेक्ट नहीं था मुझे कि आप भूल जाओगे
भाई अच्छा कम से कम
मैं देख नहीं सकता ना कौन आया
टिकटॉकर्स को तो ऐड नहीं किया
क्या
कोई नहीं थोड़ा सा सह लेंगे
ना ग्राफिक्स एपेक्स से बहुत अलग रहेगा वो तो रियलिस्टिक रहेगा ये एक्चुअली एक साल अब जाओ
जल्दी चला गया क्या था समझ नहीं आया
अब जाओ एपेक्स रजिस्टर कर लो I mean एपेक्स क्या कह रहा हूँ भाई CODM Warzone कर लो
When
do we even start? I mean, and dude, mobile, bro. It's a new era of Call of Duty.
Listen, Miles, I've been addicted to Call of Duty for over a decade. You're telling me I could be in the airport
चलो
playing?
मतलब कि मैं और 2 3 4 5 महीना हुए और I thought about October में आएगा
Warzone now, back in Verdansk, that's lit. Also, Al Mazrah looks absolutely incredible.
Oh, it's insane. There's no shortage of crazy stuff coming our way. Ali, I mean, lay it on me. Multiplayer for Modern Warfare 2, insane.
It's incredible. We actually got to load up with some of the players yesterday in a little bit of a pre-test, and loading into Gunsmith 2.0 was actually so aesthetically pleasing, and I think everybody at home, once they also get their hands on it, they're going to love it just as much as we do here.
Truly. Maven, my dude.
भाई मुझे ये प्लेयर चाहिए
ठीक है than most people on the northern
जिसने अभी बात
hemisphere.
Yeah, 8 hours a day for years, it feels like. It just seems fresh, man. The map, like everything about it, triple circles, the water, the boats. I mean, I was like kind of proximity in Mine King for a while there, placing them under vehicles, trying to blow them up and set booby traps. And now you're telling me I could do them in not only land, but also the sea. I'm with it.
It's something, man. We really have seen a lot so far today. We've seen what was on mobile multiplayer there, and I cannot wait. But guys, it's time to get into business. Let's now get into the command center. This is it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the command center, presented by Xfinity Rewards.
अच्छा फिर ठीक है सुन Warzone का जो ग्राफिक्स था ना वो भी 1 साल बचा है गेम बनने में मतलब पूरी नहीं बनी है हाँ फिर ठीक है उसके हिसाब से अभी
सारे ये करेंगे ना सॉफ्ट लॉन्च वाले सॉरी सॉफ्ट लॉन्च
आ गया पूरा राइट Warzone मोबाइल गेम पे आने वाला है थर्ड है 3PPUV Warzone का शायद 3rd है क्या
रहेगा
कंफर्म नहीं है शायद से वो 3rd Modern Warfare 2
ये देख
ये पूरा Call of Duty है
अबे 3rd है बे
Warzone है क्या पूरा
हाँ 3rd है
Shout out to those guys. Clint, there are 2 PCs on every desk. Explain.
I couldn't believe how close he is here. Like the fact that he actually
इसमें क्या मोड आएगा 6v6 गेम प्ले मल्टीप्लेयर क्या नाम है ये MP11 डेव राइट अलोंग ये कुछ पता नहीं क्या है Warzone मोबाइल गेम प्ले अच्छा होगा शो होगा वेट करते हैं गुड नाइट क्या कर रहा हूँ ऐसे देर रोज ही खेलते हैं ये फिरंगी
200 streamers, some of the world's finest, quite literally from almost every part of the planet, coming together here in this crazy top secret location. What can we expect?
It's going to get loud. It's going to get incredibly loud. Yesterday, it was loud, and I believe like not even everybody had shown up yet. So now that we have a full building of all of these creators, all of these PCs, I'm expecting people to get up and start screaming, Miles. It's going to be insane.
चलो हमें अभी गेम प्ले देखने को मिलेगा बस और थोड़ा सा बाकी है
आपकी गर्लफ्रेंड भी है मुझे तो नहीं बताया
एक सेकंड ये लड़की का आवाज है कि लड़का है कौन है देख तेरे
Like the fact that there are this many big name streamers in attendance,
कोई नहीं भूल गया आप मुझे
go through the various modes. I mean, this is going to be a real treat.
पहचाना नहीं आपने मुझे
एक काम कर तो अपना वॉइस चेंजर हटा नहीं तो यहाँ से भाग गया कौन
all over Europe, Japan, Australia, you name them. We are all over here. Modern players everywhere.
कमेंटेटर में जो बैठा है ना बेटी है ना वो है ठीक है
love Call of Duty all in one room getting ready to grind. And, you know, I was talking to them earlier. I was walking around doing the round saying what up to everybody. They're going hard, right? Like I was talking to some of the Warzone guys, Repulse. He's like, I'm here to fry. Zuma's ready to go. So I'm interested to see them with these new weapons, the Gunsmith, what they come up with, especially our new game.
मैं नाराज हो जाऊंगी बता रही हूँ
Listen, as much as they're here for their love of Call of Duty, they're also here because they want that banger clip. Like everybody wants it.
इम्पोस्टर है इम्पोस्टर ठीक है इम्पोस्टर है
Modern Warfare 2 का गेम प्ले देख
your YouTube, whatever it's going to be. So yeah, I'm sure people are going hard in the paint or falling
ये इम्पोस्टर है
Cold War से तो बहुत बढ़िया है मैं लास्ट टाइम
I think we're actually ready to hop into gameplay. Dr. Lupo, one of our
अरे नहीं ये पीसी का है
but we are playing, I believe this is hard.
हाँ पता है ना Modern Warfare 2 का Black Ops Cold War खेला होगा तुझे पता होगा उससे बहुत ज़्यादा improvement है यार इस गेम में
भाई एक दिन आएगा
खतरनाक graphics
so many more colors and that's something that I always enjoy, especially with Call of Duty.
Domination खेल रहे हैं क्या?
You can see more on the map.
I think sometimes you go dev to dev, and yeah, it's like you have like your more realism, like
मैं Blackout, I'm sorry, Black Ops Cold War सिर्फ
the second we saw like the fly through of this, it just
बेटा टेस्ट में खेला था फ्री था उसमें
ये एजेंट लूसीफर है लूसीफर
उसके बाद मतलब उतनी भी अच्छी नहीं थी पता अच्छी गेम थी
लूसीफर ये हॉक का समझा ले
बस ये वाली ज्यादा खतरनाक है यार वैसे मैंने हाई ग्राफिक्स पे नहीं खेला
ये ऐसे इग्नोर मार रहा है मुझे इग्नोर मार रहा है मुझे
वही मूवमेंट देख रहा है इसकी अलग ही मूवमेंट है भाई कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी की पहले वाली गेम्स में इतनी खतरनाक मूवमेंट नहीं रह रही थी
देखते हैं क्या होता है बाकी तो है
इसकी मूवमेंट अच्छी है ये लोगों ने मूवमेंट चेंज की है
शायद से
वो बंदे को देखा क्या डाइव मारा
ड्रोन करने के लिए dive out of a window. Miles, it was a lot of fun. We were getting into the mix.
We really did get into the mix. I'm going to tell this now on air.
Titan क्या कर रहा है बता?
But last night Ninja wasn't in the venue. I played on
क्या?
this set. Quite here yet. And I found there was an
एजेंट है क्या?
whisper
मैं एजेंट तो यही पर है ना बैठा है
as Ninja talking horrendous man. Like
तो
horrendous.
लूसीफर ने अपना नाम चेंज कर लिया क्या
नहीं
ये कोई और ही है
कोई और है इम्पोस्टर है तेरे भाभी है बोल रहा है
लूसीफर ने पहचान लिया मुझे आप भूल गए मुझे
I was like, good morning dude, how you been? He's like, hey man. Not a single word. Ali, not a word.
मुझे लगता है लूसीफर के
against you specifically. I was on, I believe, Nate shot streaming count. I don't think
लूसीफर समझा लो गुस्सा आ गया ना मेरे को फिर मैं आपको तुम्हें पता है मैं क्या करूँगी
you were in my last game.
टाइटन के पास जाओ टाइटन के पास जाओ
मॉन्स्टर के साथ कोलैब किया इन लोगों ने माउंटेन दे दिया
ये हरकतें ना कर हॉक ठीक है स्ट्रीम चल रही है इससे मैं कुछ कह नहीं रही
Listen, he is as much as he's like a fun, good-loving, like everyone takes a jack. It's just
वॉर्जन कर रहा है कब से साल बाद आ रही है क्या करेगा
तू खेलेगा वो तू जा एपेक्स छोड़ दिया ना अभी जा तू उसमें जा जाके बैठ
इग्नोर मार रहा है
पता है मुझे
शर्म ही नहीं है
else that I noticed
हाँ
that I don't feel like I felt in other Call of Duty games
कौन
is how kind of realistic the movement with your gun is, if that makes sense. Like
लूसीफर
there's
समझा
obviously
ले
always
इसको
going to be recoil, your tap is
समझाना
always
क्या
gonna
है
do that, but when you peek corners and stuff, the way your gun moves with you is very, very realistic. And I think that's
इंट्रोडक्शन
gonna
करा
be
मेरा
something a
स्ट्रीम
lot
पे
of these players are going to notice and have to
guys let me introduce you female Titan
over the shoulder like tactical
okay
camera view, and it just had this insane level of like it's like realism, but like it just looks so exciting to watch. And when you're enjoying like maybe seeing your teammates play or whatnot,
female
so
version
cool. It's a
Titan
nice new feature here in the game. And sorry, this is the new
टाइटन कौन है ये
you might
Titan वही है जो अभी बात कर रहा है
कौन है
I mostly, I was watching some of the guys play. I just
रुक जा ये
मैं
गेमप्ले देखने दो यार
मतलब मैं अच्छा मैं टाइटन होगी आज से
हाँ ठीक है
मतलब तेरे लिए मैं टाइटन होगी ये क्या है टाइटन You can't abuse me like that on stream ना
superior position.
अभी रुको गेमप्ले देखने दो मुझे मजे लेने दो क्या कर रहे हो
He's doing the classic. He's going to his set. He's like,
तो मेरे को मेरे तेरे तो मजे मैं नहीं खाती ये काम कर रहा है
अरे इनमें से एक लड़की की हंसी है मुझे सुनना है भाई तुम लोग चुप रहो चुप
हाँ औरों की लड़कियों को देख है ना ठीक है स्ट्रीम एंड होने तो फिर बताते
on Twitter and stuff like that. I think it's amazing though. I mean, when we jumped into Modern Warfare in 2019, when they introduced the gunsmith, there was a lot to take in. But now everybody's familiar with it, especially grinding Warzone, switching up those attachments, and it's just a better version of that.
A good middle ground,
it's just a better version of that,
My
right? Like
movement कुछ ज़्यादा fast नहीं है.
You can switch out all the different attachments, and you know, for the class of weapon that you have, like you can change it up, turn an M4 into an SMG. Like that's really cool.
That was nearly a snap.
That was nearly gross.
One of the the all-time greats in the competitive Call of Duty.
One of the maybe the
if not the.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I
don't know why I said it that way.
Yeah, no, like the.
खुद के वाले को छोड़ कर दूसरों को देख रहा है लूसी भाग यहाँ से
At this point in time, obviously, it's quite hard to recognize, but that is a part of the M4 platform right now. That's his primary weapon.
Yeah, I mean, it's also
भाई साहब ऐसा लग रहा है मूवमेंट कुछ ज़्यादा फास्ट हो गया
as well, right? So it's going to be crazy. Even with
वो एड्रेनलिन जो है ना वो लगा के भाग रहा है अच्छा क्रेजी है वैसे
9.5 hour long attachment video from J-God.
Oh God, you know he's so excited about that. And I want to talk about the map aesthetics for a moment, and like the layout is the rooftops, like the new ledge, how you can jump and then you can hang off the side of the ledge. That was a new thing that you can add into this game, you can jump from rooftop to rooftop and like
ये नॉर्मी कौन है? नॉर्मी मैं पहचानता नहीं है. ये लड़की कौन है तेरी? I don't know.
You can make the jump. You can make it across like the map. If there's tall buildings, you can make it across the map without ever having to touch on the ground.
क्या हो गया इसका?
I don't know क्या होता है ये?
Be their absolute playground.
I don't know.
Crazy तो निकल. मुझे नहीं मालूम तुम crazy हो कि टाइटन हो. दोनों के पास वॉइस चेंजर है.
कभी टाइटन कभी क्रेजी क्या चल रहा है?
The movement is normal, just a little bit fast.
I can just hear like the competitiveness in him. He's looking right.
मैं जा रही हूँ.
It's not going very well for the red team.
मैं जा रही हूँ. मैं आऊँगी नहीं कभी मैं फिर देखूँगी.
ठीक है टाटा. मेरे लाइफ में कोई चीज़ अब तक हुआ नहीं है, बनी नहीं है. तुम कौन हो पता नहीं. इम्पोस्टर कहीं के. हटो यार.
देख ले फिर. बाद में पछताएगा.
ओके. हाँ लूसीफर सिंगल है, उसके पास चले जाओ.
नहीं क्या?
True professionals.
क्या कहना चाहता तू मुझे?
ये मोबाइल वर्जन है क्या?
मैं जा रही हूँ मैं फिर.
IDGF क्या कह रहा है?
जा रही हूँ. देख ले फिर.
मैं क्या देखूँ यार, तुम निकलो.
चल पहले मेरा जियो का रिचार्ज कर दे फिर जा रही हूँ.
अभी मैंने लूसीफर का वाईफाई का रिचार्ज करवाया है, आपका मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा जी. ठीक है टाटा.
ये भगवान बदल गया इधर का. इतने सालों से ला रहा है, अब मना कर रहा है. शर्म नहीं आती.
इतने साल में कल ही तो पैदा हुआ.
तो मैं भी तो कल ही पैदा हुई.
लो भाई, मुझे लगता है आप लूसीफर के एज को. निकलो यहाँ से.
मैं चली जाऊंगी, मैं बता रही हूँ. फिर लौट के नहीं आऊंगी कोई भी.
ठीक है जरूरत नहीं है. टाटा.
देख ले फिर. पछताएगा बाद में, याद करेगा मुझे रातों में.
मैं रात को गेम में रहता हूँ तो मैं किसी का याद नहीं करता. He is giving more importance to me than you.
यहाँ लूसीफर कौन है? ये कौन है लूसीफर? क्या लगता है तेरा लूसीफर? ये लूसीफर बोल रहा है.
लूसीफर मेरा बेस्ट फ्रेंड है. ठीक है अब निकलो यहाँ से. टाटा.
बेस्ट फ्रेंड ही है ना बस. मुझे शक हो रहा है तेरे पे. मुझे छोड़ के उसके नाम जप रहा है तू.
अरे ये लड़की कौन है? अच्छा गेम प्ले कर रही है. ए मर गए. किसके नजर लग गई भाई?
जा रही हूँ मैं.
तेरी लगी हुई.
Many doors, I think in general is the overall.
Oh yeah. What? तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ.
Got a very distinct feel. So it's like the battle map is very large. Way more intense action. Of course, there's like evasion stuff. 6v6 is a totally different flavor. I mean that obviously
PC ले ले भाई.
Excites us more than maybe it should most.
PC ले ले, मैं तेरे घर में आऊँगा खेलने.
We're here to see people go hard, try to win, be
ए
competitive.
क्या मारा भाई?
I think we're seeing a lot of elevation on some of these maps too. The snipers are going to be.
What the hell content?
I could be completely wrong there, but
hit it.
Also, look at that little stock.
Did you guys
भाई
use
साहब क्या खेल रही है? मर गई.
Cutest little stock I've ever seen.
It was so fun.
I think we were in the same game too.
Yeah, I was in the back sniping.
I can't wait for the sort of like anime skins stuff like that.
यार लाइव स्ट्रीम में ब्रेकअप.
We can put skins on individual.
ब्रेकअप करना कोई मुझसे सीखे. ठीक है. अगर किसी को करना है सीधा यहाँ पर आ जाना.
Okay. We haven't talked about yet is the way that
टिप्स भी दे दूंगा अगर चाहिए किसी को.
Because it reminds me of back in the day the specialists when you as you get kills you get more.
मस्त चल रहा है भाई.
As time goes on, you're gonna have 2 base perks. You can pick whatever you want. As time goes on, you're gonna get another perk. As time goes on, you're gonna get an ultimate perk as well. So it's actually it's completely new.
ये कौन सा डोमिनेशन है ना ये वाला शायद.
Domination mode. Played it yet to deal with it too much to see like how vastly different it makes the gameplay, but I know for a lot of us, when you're playing like the multiplayer experience, I feel like you get a couple perks you like, and you just sort of pick those. They're your go-to. You don't really think about it, right? Like you figure that out in the first couple days or weeks of playing the game.
Hardpoint, अच्छा hardpoint है ये.
Now it's like I feel like there's more decision making that goes into it, which I personally
भाई
think
ये
is
जो
exciting. Now
पीसी में जो फायरिंग होता है ना वो मजा आ जाता है. अर्नब सिम्स सब ब्रो. अरे ब्रो क्या बोले यार, चल रहा है अपना मस्त चल रहा है.
even if it's not like class-based per se, like they want to kind of funnel it with.
अब बस मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ कब मेरे हाथ में पीसी होगा. पीसी का जो कीबोर्ड
गाइस मेरा ठीक हो गया. माइक खराब हो गया था, थोड़ा ऑडियो इशू हो गया था.
क्या हो गया था तेरा? This is अब vacant lobby. We played last time. अरे bro, welcome to my stream, brother. Nice to meet you. By the way. ओए होए एक लड़की फीमेल गेमर चाहिए क्या बोलो बुलाएंगे अगले स्ट्रीम में.
वॉरज़ोन मोबाइल अभी तक चालू नहीं हुआ ना?
नहीं ये मॉडर्न वॉरफेयर है पता है शायद.
But the idea that like the first two perks they're fine, they sort of help out the gameplay. That mid-tier perk way more
Hello.
and that final perk
तो बड़ा बड़ा प्रो प्लेयर निकला रे. लड़की कौन थी?
It's going to make you
तू ही था.
way more effective.
हैं? तू ही था.
अच्छा कितनी देर चलने वाला है, कोई आइडिया क्या और?
आइडिया मुझे लगता है हाँ वही जो तूने कहा था ना 2 बजे 2-3 बजे. हाँ मुझे लगता है.
मुझे तो लग रहा है कि अभी थोड़ी देर में बंद हो जाएगा. आज इस हफ्ते भी चल रही है स्पीड.
देखते हैं ना ये खत्म होने के बाद आई थिंक और कुछ इवेंट्स दिखाएगा मतलब
क्योंकि वॉरज़ोन का गेम प्ले वॉरज़ोन के बाद और क्या ही दिखाएंगे.
ये मॉडर्न वॉरफेयर 2 का साइड है ना तो उसके बाद तो ये
तो मॉडर्न वॉरफेयर 2 का है.
हाँ तो उसके बाद COD का आएगा.
And you know,
इसके बाद कुछ और है, उसके बाद ऐसे
a very good hybrid 3-lane map that does
really
well
प्लेटफॉर्म अच्छा है लोगों ने नहीं किया.
search and destroy. Like you have a traditional outer lane.
मतलब वो लोग के पास बहुत बढ़िया एडवांटेज है. पूरा माउस से खेलते हैं ना वो.
Chaos. It's kind of like a little bit of like it reminds me of like a paintball range with all the walls and the corners that there are. So this is probably one of my favorite.
मैं क्या सोचता हूँ एक अलग सा मतलब मोड रखना चाहिए जिसमें क्रॉस जो अपना.
I mean 4 and 5 everybody's doing pretty okay. It's a close game. 14 kills. I just
जो
saw the kill board.
क्रॉस प्लेटफॉर्म होता है ना जिसमें एक अलग सा मोड बना के रखना चाहिए था शायद.
वॉरज़ोन 1 साल बाद आ रही है.
गाइस एडवांस में कह रहा हूँ जो लोग वॉरज़ोन में जा रहे हो मोबाइल वॉरज़ोन में अगले साल मिलेंगे ठीक है पक्का. प्रॉमिस.
Definitely not coming today. It's gonna come after like a year. It's gonna come under a year. Before the new year of 2023.
शायद. तो गेम के साइज को कितना करना चाहता है?
2024. हाँ कुछ बोला है?
हाँ नहीं ये कह रहा है तू गेम के साइज को कितना बढ़ाना ये कितना करना चाहता है. अगले साल देख भाई एक मोबाइल तो आ ही जाएगा मेरा ठीक है इसी साल आ जाएगा मेरा डिवाइस. अच्छा
कौन सा ले रहा है?
IQ 90.
IQ 90.
He looked very sneaky, and then he was just evaporated.
I gotta say, the bunny hop is back in full force.
क्या कह रहा है?
The bunny hop is.
भाई मेरे हिसाब से लोगों को फोन में कैमरा निकालो गेमिंग फोन में ट्रिगर्स लगा के दो. भाई कैमरे की जरूरत नहीं है हम लोग गेमिंग फीचर्स बना.
Again, looking at these weapons, you know it's an M4, but the configuration he has.
I can handle up to 15.
करता ही नहीं.
अरे कोई ना.
I forget the name of it. But I like the extra zoom.
And of course, kill streaks. Cruise missile back. A lot of fan favorites, Clint. I mean, everything you would expect from everything else there.
We get to see one. That'll connect. Smith able to hit it. He's vibing right now. But it's crazy. Like, yeah, bottom right, you were kind of mentioning like how different the guns will look. The same type of gun is based on the attachments that it has. It's wild.
There's also in-game settings where you can make your gun a little more narrow, a bit wider, further away. I mean, there's options, you know, just create that sort of visual.
भाई कितने फीमेल गेमर्स गए भाई?
Maybe you don't want the gun to be so big to obscure the view. Maybe you're one of those players.
मैं दूसरे प्लेयर्स की तरफ ध्यान ही नहीं जा रहा.
I'm gonna get lost in that for the entire first day, probably.
Once campaign hits, I'll spend about 3.5 hours messing with settings and then getting that first mission.
Well, I see Courage on a 5 streak that pop up at the top of the screen. It might have Courage might be popping off. Oh well, he just died there. So
भाई PC का गेम प्ले देखे ना मेरा मन कर रहा है मैं अभी PC ही ले लूं.
Hit it.
Yeah, this sub looks like it's dominant.
Also, all the sounds and everything when you level up guns.
ये कौन सा गाना है?
Everything is there. I mean, it's
I wish everyone could experience just this environment, though. Like, as much as we're enjoying the gameplay and stuff, how cool it's been. Because, like, a lot of these content creators, like, they're friends.
SMG है क्या ये?
Each other, they play games online, but, like, it's not often you get them all in one place like this. It has just been a vibe. Seeing everybody going up, some meeting for the first time. Like, I know Iceman and Isaac, we have interacted so many times on social. I've never met him in person, dude. We hugged for a solid 30 seconds. It was beautiful.
ये गन कौन सा है? मैं समझा
It
नहीं.
just shows like how hyped people get for Call of Duty. I was telling you, I was like, I can't believe I still get this amped for Call of Duty after over 10 years.
I don't think many things like bring everybody together like this. It is it's special.
The beta starts tomorrow, in case you've been living under a rock, or if you've just joined the stream.
Yeah, one one of the two.
One of the two.
Modern Warfare का तो दिखा दिए बहुत, अब Warzone Mobile का
completely
दिखा.
changed as well. Dead silence available on that lower right-hand side. Just a lot more sort of clean changes. Of course, the menu system, which you might not have seen here on the main COD Next stream, but individual streamers seeing them going through.
ऐसा ही लग रहा है भाई जैसे
M13 लग रही है.
पता नहीं यार. यहाँ पर लिखा रहेगा. क्या था वो?
Cover
You click start, you go and you look at
14 लिखा था.
It looks good. You can see everything. It's just right in front of your face. You know exactly what's there.
अब M13 है कि M पूरा वो पता है.
It's such a fast-paced game like Call of Duty.
ये वाला तो M4 है.
I also quite enjoy that like it doesn't obscure too much of the in-game screen. So if I'm hitting pause, I'm checking stuff out. I still have some kind of like situational awareness when I'm in game.
And I will say, in terms of balance of like ARs and SMGs, of course, this is all of our first peeks into it, but they've looked pretty balanced so far. Like the SMGs have been absolutely disgusting up close.
अभी मोबाइल कुछ और दिखाना है इन्होंने.
बाकी है अभी भी बहुत बाकी है.
पूरा गेम प्ले दिखाएंगे अभी मोबाइल का.
अभी नहीं ये मोबाइल का नहीं है ये तो मोबाइल वाला बहुत बाकी है.
Modern Warfare 2 का है.
Regardless of your attachments and
मतलब अभी पूरा कुछ कहा था तू कह रहा था गेम प्ले दिखाएंगे पूरा.
बाकी है वो पार्ट अभी भी बाकी है.
Of course, on the Mountain Dew green carpet, like I want a broken shotgun, and I'm sure he can make it. But broken, we'll find out what that.
ये वाला अगर ये Modern Warfare 2 चल रहा है ना तो मुझे लगता है इसके बाद ये Warzone का आएगा. Warzone मोबाइल का.
I mean, no matter how much work has gone into this, we've got the nerds in the building, and this is where if anyone's going to test some stuff, find some weird combination that turns a shotgun into a sniper. This is the crew that's going to do it.
We've only scratched the surface.
Oh yeah,
We've touched it for 20 minutes.
144 hertz.
That's just not enough, is it, Miles?
Not enough. No idea what these guys are going to come up with, but it's going to be crazy.
PS5 लेंगे तो ये लेना पड़ेगा.
2 to 3 hours.
Look at Chef Tony. This is one of the most famous Italian men in the world. Makes a mean stromboli. We love him.
Metal boots on the building. He's got the M4.
Metal boots.
He's going to run this class setup from now until the next 2 years.
We're talking about it can be great to mess around with guns.
Oh, Chris Crowder. Listen, I'm not sure what's going on here. Chris has been growing some sort of beard that's happening for the first time that I've seen. He's usually very baby-faced. Now he's kind of going for some sort of supermodel type thing, or maybe like being a rapper, singer. Not sure.
He's a handsome.
He really is. He really is.
A tiny little bit of a user interface there. If you hold a circle, whatever your sort of crouch button is when you're on a ladder, you can fast slide down it. So that's going to get quite some fun. Oh, he's up. He's on his feet. He's on his feet.
The Goach.
Oh man, we will be playing all day, friends.
The iron sights here, kind of clean.
Well, I think this is great too for
इनका उधर तो अभी दिन चल रहा होगा ना.
You saw Zenny, you saw Crowder. For those who don't know, they work on the CDL side. They're really in the midst of stuff during the season. They don't get to come to stuff like this that often and see all these content creators. I imagine they're in heaven. I've seen some of the tweets, just having a blast.
So as far as streaks goes, we haven't seen a whole lot. Obviously, cruise missiles there, counter UAV, a classic. VTOL is going to be back. Everything. I mean, the Juggernaut is the. I think the final one, it looks crazy. And whoever that AFK player was.
वही मतलब 3 बजे के आसपास शायद ये एंट्री होना शुरू हुआ होगा.
We're seeing Wilson's in there as well.
Dude, I love that.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. Chopper gunners back. It's called. I think it's called air support now, but it's an AC-130. You know what I'm talking about, friends.
There's a chopper gunner here as well.
Oh yeah. We're gonna be seeing it all.
Yeah, Miles, like if we play against each other later today, when we get the free play, I'm getting a chopper.
I think I'm actually locked on this desk all day. I would love to play more.
after the stream's over, I think we can play more.
Yeah, I think we once the curtains go down, we're gonna dive on. Can you hear the chain?
Yeah, that's how I'm visualizing your ankle's just tied to the desk.
They can wheel me in the chair, but it's hard to get down the stairs. Here we go, another crew.
Redman, how we doing?
And what a shot! He got 2.
Hat over the headset.
He killed Nick Merckx.
All right, we're
see you later, Nick.
So this is the air support we were saying.
Yeah, this is it's kind of like a lightning strike. Yeah.
Nice.
भाई देख SMG से कितना दूर मारा.
It's a custom one.
Wait a minute.
Longer range.
ये समझे है ना.
But that looks like the Fennec. Yeah, that's the Fennec iron sight.
Fennec भाई Fennec से मारा है.
All right, Breadman's already found a winner.
Yeah, Bread's got
भाई साहब Fennec से क्या मार रहे थे?
But he's holding that thing down though. But,
yeah,
all right.
He's on mouse.
Fennec नहीं है.
ये लोग तो कह रहे हैं Fennec है.
Jesus. But it doesn't seem like there's a lot. He's just putting
Fennec 2.0.
Get in there real quick. Show me the hands. Show me the hands. Oh!
Design लेना पीछे में bottom right पे design दिख रही है.
Museum, yeah. This is
M13 type की थोड़ी लेना.
Yeah, give me the hands.
ये लोग तो कह रहे थे Fennec है.
So sad. That sounds scary though. Yeah. You hear that? That better be on my team.
I mean, he is one of the better aimers I've seen, though. Like, a lot of the tournament stuff, when you're talking about mouse and keyboard players, like, he is absolutely nuts with it.
मैं पीसी में देख रहा हूँ तो मुझे
bottom
right पे दिख रहा है बहुत ज़्यादा M13 टाइप.
What do you guys think about all these maps so far? What's been your guys' favorite? Miles?
Honestly, yeah, it doesn't look like he's pulling down a whole lot.
Honestly, Nevis, this is Museum. Nice big central area, essentially 3 lanes. I mean, this is a second story. We're about to go up there now. This is where Breadman is. It's nice, man. We've got some decent lines of sight. Snipers are going to have a lot of fun here. We played Hardpoint on this map. We played Prisoner Rescue. Courage and I clutched up big time last night, like a 2v5. I had the Prisoner on my back. I was sprinting. And I can hear Jack picking up 3-4 kills. Let's go, baby!
I'd be that guy on the team, too. I'd be carrying. Yeah.
SMG version. अच्छा, this is M4 SMG version.
Cool, you know, the opening breaks and stuff like that.
He's on a 15 streak, by the way.
Gunsmith आ गया ना 2.0. उन्होंने यार को SMG को यार.
Yeah, let's stick with him. He's on 15 in a row. Another cruise coming in. Bang!
This is the Elgato replay of how this all started.
क्या animation है?
It's the same 2 people. No, sorry, this guy. Oh, it's a replay.
Oh, is it? I was about to say. He was on 15 in a row. I thought he got another one. I thought he wrapped his streaks.
It's all good.
Oh, dude, I basically just pulled a symphony, dude, when he was casting the pregame lobby.
Oh, and it was a good one.
I thought he earned another one. Well, last thing I saw was 15 streak. I was fired up for my guy.
So he put a. Oh, so it's M4. His just sounds crazy. I think it's the dubbing of the audio.
It might be his stream, but either way,
it's his stream.
That boy is ripping metal.
Yeah, M16 है probably. Burst है ना? क्या है ये? तो यार अभी हम लोग guns समझ नहीं आ रही होता.
Which I think was Spotter. 19 kills. Let's go, Breadman.
Starting में मैंने सोचा था ये LMG होगा.
Yeah, it's not that crazy. I thought he wrapped streaks now, is it? He is annihilating everyone.
भाई guns पे 2.0 COD. अरे बाकी ये देख रहा है तो graphics इतने हैं धूल के कि बंदे नहीं दिखते जब धूल उड़ती है.
ओए YouTube पे सर्च कर बॉबी प्लेस, वो वहीं पे बैठा हुआ है.
हाँ.
सुन वहीं पे बैठा हुआ है और वो Warzone की लाइव स्ट्रीम कर रहा है YouTube पे Warzone
मोबाइल. ये तो lose है मतलब मैं मीडियम ग्राफिक्स में खेलता हूँ उसमें धूल नहीं उड़ती होता.
अरे जो लोग वर्जन के लिए स्पेशली गए हैं ना वो लोग वर्जन का ये स्ट्रीम कर रहे हैं. जो लोग मोबाइल प्लेयर्स है ना वो लोग कर रहे हैं.
बॉबी प्लेस का सर्च कर YouTube पे.
हाँ वो गया मैं आईफर घर में है.
तेरे घर में ना आईफर. हाँ सुनने में आया बहुत बेस्ट फ्रेंड है तेरा.
अबे देखना जाके उसको देखी तूने?
अरे नहीं.
बॉबी प्लेस की वहीं बैठा हुआ वो स्ट्रीम कर रहा है वहीं बैठ के.
मैं बॉबी प्लेस देखता नहीं यार.
अबे तू गेम प्ले देखना जाके Warzone मोबाइल का.
वो देखेंगे अभी शो करेगा ना थोड़ी देर बाद शो करेगा. ये लोग तो अभी ये कर रहे हैं ना. ये लोग अभी जो टेस्ट वगैरह होता है ना गेम का वो कर रहे हैं.
अरे हाँ ये बाकी पूरी कंप्लीट गेम है और जो अपनी Warzone मोबाइल रहेगी ना वो अभी अंदर डेवलपमेंट है. अल्फा है उसका.
वही तो ये लोग
ग्राफिक्स से जज मत करना.
हाँ वही अभी ये लोग टेस्ट
गेम बन चुकी है.
अभी ये लोग टेस्ट कर रहे हैं.
ये गेम पूरी बन चुकी है मतलब इसमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 1 या 2% की ग्राफिक्स में इंप्रूवमेंट होगी और बग्स फिक्सेस तो होंगे. बग्स तो होंगे थोड़े और. लेकिन जो Warzone मोबाइल है वो पूरी मतलब अभी बनी नहीं है. 50% गेम बनी है बस.
वही
इसे भी कम लग रही है भाई ये.
ADS not quick enough there. 2 posted up on the bridge, just shut them down.
अभी ऐसा है देख.
अभी ये इलास्टिक स्कोप ऑप्शन आ गया है ना स्नाइपर का.
हाँ यहाँ पर जो जितने भी प्लेयर्स बैठे हैं ना 2 तरह के प्लेयर्स है. एक मोबाइल प्लेयर्स है और एक पीसी प्लेयर्स वाले ये खेल रहे हैं और मोबाइल प्लेयर्स वाले वर्जन खेल रहे हैं.
और मोबाइल प्लेयर्स वाले बैठ चुके हैं.
हाँ वो लोग बैठ चुके हैं. वो स्टार्ट हो चुका है कब का. वो लोग पहले से खेल रहे हैं. हाँ वो लोग तो पहले से खेल रहे हैं. अभी बस हम लोग को गेम प्ले दिखाएगा
इसमें. बाकी सब कुछ पता चलेगा. उसमें सिर्फ गेम प्ले दिखा रहे हैं. हाँ इसमें रिलीज डेट स्पेसिफिकेशंस वगैरह सब इसमें पता चलेगा.
You hold your own flank at that.
Yeah, you got your own choke points.
That's great. And again, another thing.
एक्चुअली ऐसा होता है इवेंट में सब लोग पहले से गेम खेलना शुरू कर देते हैं ताकि उनके हाथ में आ जाए गेम. बाद में जो इनका गेम प्ले है वो दिखाता है बाद में.
हाँ बाकी एक और बात इनके साथ पता है एडवांटेज क्या हो जाएगी. अब जब गेम लॉन्च होगा ना डे 1 पे इनका गेम प्ले अच्छा रहेगा.
सबसे अच्छा है वही
हम लोग के लिए पूरी नई गेम रहेगी. वो इनके पास बहुत बढ़िया एडवांटेज रहती है।
वही
एपेक्स जब आई थी तो आईफक के पास पता होगा तो वो भले नंबर 1 किया, लेकिन उसके पास पहले से था, 15 दिन से था उसके पास पहले से। उसने पूरा बंदे ने प्रैक्टिस सेंसिटिविटी वगैरह सब जमा के रखी थी, हम लोग की तो सेंसिटिविटी तक नहीं थी उसमें गेम आई थी। उससे बहुत ज्यादा
भी कर रहा है क्या लाइव?
कौन? सारे कर रहे हैं, सारे।
आईफ्रैग अच्छा मोबाइल का
नहीं, आईफक वॉच पार्टी में नहीं है।
आईफ्रैग भी वो खेल रहा है, मोबाइल खेल रहा है वो तो अलग ही खेल रहा है।
वो इवेंट में गया नहीं है शायद, या तो उसको बुलाया नहीं या फिर उसने खुद मतलब जा नहीं पाया। वो
आया था ना आईफक थोड़ी देर के लिए।
हैं?
हाँ आएगा वो थोड़ी देर में, उसको कैसे नहीं बुलाएंगे, सबसे बड़ा कंटेंट क्रिएटर है मोबाइल।
अरे वो कहीं और से स्ट्रीम कर रहा है बे।
हाँ लेकिन उसका दिखा रहे हैं ना, फिर भी उसके घर से दिखा रहे हैं
शायद। अभी तो वो गेम खेल नहीं रहा शायद।
अभी तो इधर पहले दिखाया था आईफक पे।
अरे मेरे में ये आ रहा है भाई, लोडिंग आ रहा है क्यों
यार? न्यू ईयर पे रिलीज होएगा फिर 1 साल बाद? पूरे
1 साल बाद मतलब वही इसी टाइम में 1 साल बाद
मतलब नेक्स्ट ईयर। तो न्यू ईयर के टाइम में हो जाएगा क्या?
हाँ पकड़ लो। अगर कुछ उन लोगों करेंगे फिर से
भाई इसको देख के खेलने का मन कर रहा है।
वो तो है, आएगा एक दिन आएगा,
एक दिन आएगा जब ये गेम मोबाइल पे आएगा। वैसे ये है मोबाइल पे एक तरीके से, देखो COD हम सेम तो है, बस ग्राफिक्स थोड़े अच्छे हैं।
नहीं यार मूवमेंट भी पूरी सब कुछ वो वॉरज़ोन जैसी है भाई।
आगे रिकॉइल कम है यार बहुत ज्यादा इस गेम। ये क्या नहीं कहिए,
रिकॉइल कम नहीं है बे, वो लोग रिकॉइल कर रहे हैं, पीसी है ना।
CODM जैसी तो नहीं कहूंगा मैं इसको, बहुत
नीचे कर लो,
ये अलग है।
पूरा चलने का पूरा मूवमेंट सब कुछ अलग है।
अरे ये फैनिक है प्रॉपर, वो वाली ना आर्सेनल से बना के ER टाइप की हो गई थी। नीचे एक SMG वाली यहाँ पर पड़ी थी। ये प्रॉपर फैनिक है।
I can imagine, I mean, this is the chance to test every run through, try different weapons.
हाँ ये वाला फैनिक है।
As much as I say that, we know how a lot of these people are. They're going for crazy clips. They want to drop bombs. They want to have high kill games.
वो भी फैनिक ही था, बट AR था।
माँ कसम जब फैनिक में किम्बो आया ना भाई, पूरा गेम चेंज कर दिया।
फुल ऑटो शॉटगन से अलग अलग नाम। अरे अब ये किम्बो तो नहीं है, बट हाँ
he's loving this class up. He switched it up.
बट उसमें जैक आ गई है फुल ऑटो शॉटगन, वो भी किम्बो टाइप की है।
मतलब जो भी है देख ना, जब नया नया फैनिक आया था तब एकिम्बो नहीं था, जब एकिम्बो आया तब देखा ना क्या ब्रोकन कर दिया।
आई थी फैनिक और सीजन 12 में मिथिक आई थी पहली एसेंडेंट, उसके साथ का किम्बो आया था।
हाँ तब देखा ना किस तरह का ये ब्रोकन कर दिया था पूरा गेम।
भाई मैं ब्लैक ऑप्स 2 जब खेलता था अपने PS3 में, मुझे अभी भी याद है जो मजा आता था ना डुअल बेल्ड में, मुझे लगा डुअल बेल्ड होगा भाई, अनलिमिटेड है वो। पहले पूरा राइट आर्म की खत्म करो फिर लेफ्ट आर्म, और जब राइट आर्म भी खत्म हो तो उसको रीलोड मार लो, तब तक लेफ्ट आर्म से फायर। डुअल बेल्ड आना चाहिए था यार, लेकिन वो आया। आई डोंट थिंक सो डुअल बेल्ड अब आ पाएगा क्योंकि वो 4 फिंगर वालों के लिए हो जाएगा। लेकिन डालना चाहिए यार डुअल बेल्ड, बहुत तगड़ा है।
बाकी
मैं वेट करते ही रहेगा, डुअल बेल्ड नहीं आया है, फिनिशिंग मूव्स नहीं आया COD में, और मल्टीप्लेयर में जेट पैक है।
मल्टीप्लेयर में
जेट पैक होना चाहिए। ब्लैक ऑप्स 3 खेला है कभी?
नहीं
मेरी फेवरेट गेम है कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी की।
रुक ना, जब PC आएगा ना मैं कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी ये जितने भी एडिशंस है ना सारे खेलूंगा।
मैं सारे ही खेल चुका हूँ, मतलब PS में 3 में जितने भी थे।
ये जो अपना लूसीफर है ना, साइबर में जाके सारा टाइम इसी में खत्म करता था, पूरा स्टोरी खत्म करने में।
हाँ इनफाइनाइट और फिर
ये
ब्लैक ऑप्स
wasn't a direct hit.
फ्री का फ्री रन वाला मॉड में साइबर कैफे में खेला था PS4
And I was trying to shoot
Infinite
across the
Warfare
map.
1 और 2 बट Infinite Warfare मुझे उतनी पसंद नहीं आई है उधर स्काईफाई हो जाती है
ये कौन सा है अच्छा
That's a dub.
Snipe's still fast and fun again.
64.
What?
Yeah, we thought Brad was popping.
Black Ops 3 के बाद मैं कोई Call of Duty गेम कंप्लीट नहीं किया
Score of everybody in the lobby. All right. Look at this.
ये फैन है क्या मेरे ख्याल से AR वाली
Door with the pistol. A lot of windows on that map as well. A lot of glass above those door frames. I found on, keeping the teasers at it, but like opening breaks.
सबको PC मिला है ना किसी को कंसोल नहीं मिला कोई कंट्रोल प्लेयर हुआ तो बेचारा क्या कर रहा होगा
I cannot wait.
कंसोल मुझे
ये
PC में खेल रहे ज्यादा था और
कंट्रोलर सपोर्ट है नहीं कंट्रोलर सपोर्ट है दिया होंगे कंट्रोलर
We're almost actually ready to keep the shoulder.
बहुत सारे लोग कंट्रोलर से खेल रहे हैं
Jess, you're down there with Zuma. Tell us how Tommy's doing.
Next, what did you think?
मैं कंट्रोलर वाला
The game feels super smooth. The gunplay is awesome. I like the time to kill, and the maps are dope. A lot of close quarter gunfights.
चल Modern Warfare खत्म हुआ
अभी वर्जन
नहीं चलना पड़ेगा
So there's so much to talk about, new modes, new maps, changes to the gunsmith, but what really stands out to you? Like, what are you excited about?
I'm really excited just to get the competition going. I mean, I'm excited for the CDO, and I heard them talking about ranked play, so I'm really excited for that. And Warzone 2 looked incredible as well. I was talking to Repulse, we're going to be the Warzone duo this year, so I'll be bouncing around between the both, but I'm just excited for something new, a new game, and it's been a lot of fun to play, and there's so many amazing creators here. And just thank you to everybody, and thank you to Call of Duty for the opportunity to be here. It's awesome.
तेरे watching कम क्यों आ रही है
कोई स्पोर्ट्स और में है क्या
What does the year ahead
किसका
look
मैं
like for you?
Man, just a lot of shows, man. A lot of flanks, a lot of
नहीं,
streams.
अभी तो नहीं
I mean,
हूँ।
the content's gonna be pushing all year, so excited, man.
क्यों?
Zoomafi's gonna take over, and we're gonna have.
अरे मुझे
we're gonna have some
esports
fun.
में जाना
Have
है
some fun.
All right, well,
Esports
thank
में
you
जाना
so
है।
much. That is all
कौन सा
from me
game
for
है?
now. I believe I'm handing it off to my dear friend Lonnie.
एपेक्स और COD
दोनों में नहीं जा सकता भाई एक चूज करना पड़ेगा तुझे अब तो ये चूज कर COD में जाना है कि एपेक्स में जाना है
मैं दोनों में चले जाऊंगा
दोनों में अभी नहीं होगा तुझे एक चूज करना पड़ेगा दोनों में कभी नहीं होगा ये स्पोर्ट्स है स्पोर्ट्स एक तरह का वो क्या बोलूं एक प्लेयर दोनों साइड में नहीं जा सकता
कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी में नहीं हो रहा ना अभी उतना
मतलब मैं बोलता हूँ ये कैसे है
स्पोर्ट्स
तू अगर फुटबॉल
एपेक्स ट्राई करते हैं
नहीं तू अगर फुटबॉल प्लेयर है तू क्रिकेट नहीं खेल पाएगा अगर तू क्रिकेट प्लेयर है तो फुटबॉल नहीं खेल पाएगा और अभी देख और भी जो गेम्स है स्पोर्ट्स फिजिकल स्पोर्ट्स का अब तू उसमें से तो सभी को तो नहीं खेल क्या अटक रहा है मेरा भी स्ट्रीम अटक गया 30 सेकंड का लैग
All right, folks, so keep your eyes peeled to spot the Sasquatch on the screen throughout the show. Scan that QR code and enter all your information for a chance.
वही चीज है तू एक पर्टिकुलर गेम में स्पोर्ट्स खेल सकता है बाकी जो गेम्स है उसमें फन के लिए तू खेल सकता है
Things Modern Warfare 2, of course, some multiplayer design directors
here. COD तो मैं कर रहा हूँ मतलब इतना बड़ा स्पोर्ट नहीं है
वही है तुझे अभी एक पर्टिकुलर गेम चूज करके उसमें मास्टर करके तो उसमें स्पोर्ट्स
भी कर रहा हूँ मतलब कोई बड़े टूर्नामेंट्स नहीं खेल रहा
It started real smooth. I'm sure nerves were going a little bit, but it was awesome to see. But I know we're gonna have gameplay that's gonna be popping up. We're gonna chat through stuff, but I think one thing I kind of want to chat through is just. There's been a lot of significant changes. You guys are always looking to how to kind of tweak the wheel a little bit. Can we chat through kind of the perk change and where your head was at with regards to that? Because it's a big change. It's interesting.
Yeah, perks haven't really been touched for a long time in the series. And I guess by nature they're passive. And so most of the time we found people just, find the 3 that they like, and that's it. They kind of forget about the.
I said that earlier. That's me.
Yeah.
Like, I find a few I like, and that's my class. There we go.
We just wanted to come up with a system that was a little bit more engaging, and so we grouped them into 3 different categories. You get 2 to start with, and then you pick a 3rd, and then you pick a 4th, and they're rewarded as you play. You really like how they proc at the end.
Yeah. I mean, an announcer comes up, tells you what perk you got, and it kind of re-engages you with what's available, right? And they're earned through time and score, so eventually you'll get them, and you're not gonna. It doesn't reset on death. It allowed us to kind of like create a couple more powerful perks.
अच्छा revival भी है क्या इसमें?
And there's some interesting depth there where you can say, okay, UAVs are really powerful early match. Like there's different things you can do where you're kind of like, if you're one of those players who really wants to noodle, you're like, okay, I know these aren't in play yet.
Well, I guess
अरे पता नहीं था भाई.
I'm also a big like RPG guy, so I like the process of like.
अच्छा ये कुछ नया मोड है, सेंडी नहीं है.
Unlocking things and earning things. It's just like at the core of who I am. So I dig that.
जो है ना एपेक्स का हैक मोड, उसकी शायद से कॉपी है ये, क्योंकि मैं पर्सनली बता रहा हूँ सोडियम कॉपी बहुत करता है कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी में. कोई सोडियम जो गेम जो करेगी ना उसे सेम कॉपी कर देगा.
कुछ भी हो सकता है. हटो बे, ये मेरा ये अटक रहा है, बफरिंग हो रहा है स्ट्रीम.
लेफ्ट साइड में क्या आ रहा है?
One single map, I think is very cool.
कौन सा?
ब्लू कलर का देख, लेफ्ट साइड में आ रहा है पूरी टाइप का. बंदे को उठाया उसने जमीन से, शायद से वो उसको ऐसे शील्ड जैसे पकड़ा हुआ है, कवर जैसे. एनिमी को मतलब टीम में. अच्छा प्रिजनर
already in there.
अच्छा अब जाके समझ आया.
It's something different.
कैप्चर द फ्लैग टाइप का कुछ है ये. प्रिजनर को अच्छा मुझे बता रहे थे ना कि हीरो बन के ऐसे प्रिजनर को बचाना है. वो है ये. इसमें प्रिजनर को ऐसे कैप्चर द फ्लैग होता है ना, फ्लैग को लावा एनिमी के स्पॉट से अपने उसमें. वैसे एक प्रिजनर एक जेल वाले रहेंगे, एक हीरोज रहेंगे. हीरोज को प्रिजनर को छुड़ाना है और वापस अपने बेस पे जाके वहां पे रखना है.
वही एक सीएस में एक ऐसा रहा. अरे वो होस्टेज वाला ना कह रहा है. अच्छा अच्छा.
When playtesting
Hostage
these
mode.
things.
Yeah, I mean, I think overall most of our players are rushers.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Depends on the circles you run, but you know, there are these other players, and
ये
we want
लोग
to
के ना
just
मुंह
make
में
sure
फ्लैश
that
लाइट पड़ रही है.
we're
अब अपने
supporting
मुंह
all
पे
of
तो
them.
मैं पूरा अंधेरे में खेलता हूँ.
And so, you know, some of the field upgrades can be more sentinel and
डॉक्टर
trying to hold
डिसरिस्पेक्ट का
down
सही है.
positions.
ब्लैक गॉगल्स ले आगे
But that's why we added in the DDoS, like we said, to kind of just say, I've had enough. I want to pause all this stuff and make it go away. But we also leaned into creating game modes that can facilitate this kind of siege gameplay.
Now we talk about the rushing players, right? But we also want to talk about the pacing, the movement, you know, what it looks like, how it feels to be in game. And when I got a chance to get on the sticks yesterday, something I noticed is it is a little bit slower paced, right? We're going to be sprinting around, not sliding round. And I think another thing I want to talk about is the dolphin dives. I've been diving down escalators, getting prone, looking at hardpoints, trying to figure out, can I see a bomb site BRA? Like, you know, it's pretty incredible with the movement and how it feels.
अभी इतना इसका चला है. अरे आधा हो गया यार टाइम. अब I guess अगर ये 12:30 तक खत्म हुआ तो 2 बजेगी, उससे भी ज़्यादा बजेगी. ये सेम टाइम दे रहे हैं ना ये वॉरज़ोन और मोबाइल. मतलब Modern Warfare और वॉरज़ोन मोबाइल.
A little bit more of a hang up, so that people aren't just sliding around the map, so that they're actually moving through spaces, checking corners, and kind of like pacing themselves. But the general movement of guns should be almost exactly the same. And Jeff and I regularly check in. We're like, okay, how are we doing? Like, let's look at last game of the game. And we try and make consistent. There have been these small tweaks, and the dive is one of those tweaks. Is one of those tweaks. And those will change how people move through a space, right? You won't throw yourself over a wall.
मैं सुबह से वेट कर रहा हूँ, सुबह से लाइट नहीं आ पता है. अभी 9 बजे को आया लाइट.
Being able to kind of ledge hang and really use it as intel as well. I think when it comes to multiplayer and competitive side, that's kind of where I'm at here, is being able in S&D, just being able to know where people are, give that intel to your team, peek that back down again, making sure you're not getting your dome ripped off by a sniper, of course, major stuff here, but and exciting that the fact that you can get your secondary weapon out and start to put a bit of damage in and help out there. So in terms of ledge hang, where did that come from? What was the idea behind it? You know, why is it so special to have it in the game?
Ping इन लोगों का कहाँ देखने रहा मुझे.
Face planting too many times.
0 MS का चल रहा है. ये लोग लैंड से खेल.
अच्छा लैंड को
Let's fix that.
होता ही है.
We've all been there. Like whether you've been playing Warzone, like you're
लैंड में तो
like,
कम होता है.
Offline खेल
you just like. It's like you want to hit the button to like activate the pull-up, but then you hit your shoot and you're like, it can be so frustrating.
So I mean, really, that's where it came from. But
yeah, it was also the high mantle too, right? Like late when we were developing Modern Warfare, and then Warzone started to come out. we had these walls and things. We ended
अच्छा
up turning
Apex
up
में
the
तेरा
mantle
सबसे
height
कम
in
MS कितना गया है?
Warzone, and it didn't feel
Apex
as
में
polished,
सबसे
but it
कम
allowed
मेरा
you to get over walls that
27
you otherwise
something.
couldn't. And but like I said before, you
भाई
couldn't
एक
commit.
दिन
And now you gotta throw
मैं
yourself over
घर
a
पे
wall
नहीं
and
था
get
ना,
shot.
मैं
As you
होटल
make
पे
that
रुका हुआ था,
transition, so
मैं
the high
भाई
mantle
एकदम
is
सड़ा
definitely like
वाईफाई,
get up, you can
उसमें ना
peek, but
उसी
you can
दिन ना
just
कुछ
double
बग
tap
हुआ
it
था,
and
मुझे
pull
पता
yourself
हो यार
over if you're
ट्विटर
in a
वगैरह
hurry.
से आ रहे थे, 0 MS से आ रहा था
It
लोगों
just
का।
adds that
भाई साहब,
that extra
उसमें
layer
गेम प्ले
of
कैसा
like
था
I
तेरा?
can be a
5
little
से
bit
0।
smarter about how I move
अरे
through the space.
मैं वो होटल में सोचा भाई बता कौन सा वाईफाई है मेरे पास, वाईफाई कौन सा है तेरा? 0 MS। फिर बाद में घर जाके देखा 2 दिन बाद कि ट्विटर में उसने एपेक्स ने कुछ ऐसा किया था कि MS तुम्हारा 100 है, लेकिन बाद दिखा 0 है।
लॉल।
It's a big kind of, like I was saying earlier, right? Like,
अरे मेरा MS 60 पे रहता है, लेकिन थोड़ा लैग हो जाता है बीच में। 60 पे ही लिखा रहता है ना, मतलब पिंग बोल रहा है, FPS, लेकिन कम जगह होता रहता है। एपेक्स में ये गड़बड़ है तेरा,
कोई ना।
कम जगह होते वो दिखाता नहीं। iOS, Android का पता नहीं, iOS में है ये।
feel so fluid, but like there's a limit to that too. You don't need to be an amoeba, like it's just like floating through the map. Like you want to be some realism to it, but like how can you add that realism and the ability to, I mean, think about, I don't know, 10 years ago, what you were able to do with just like interacting with the map and what it's
बाकी
coming
एपेक्स
down.
में भी
It's
सर्वर्स
insane how
मतलब
much it's
इंडिया में
changed.
पिंग
we had to
150
argue
आ रहा है
to get
वाईफाई और कुछ
sprinting
भी।
into.
आई होप सो कि इन लोग का
I think
MS
it was
अच्छा
COD
रहे।
4.
I'm sure.
कल
I'm sure
मेरा
that we
भी
didn't have that, and so like
300
just the
Mbps
evolution
लगने
of
वाला
the
है।
Yeah,
game
it's
is
come a long
crazy.
ways. I played the very
एयरटेल
first
का।
one, so yeah.
Yeah, it's
उसके
been
बाद तो भाई
pretty
100
special, and
MS पे
something
चलेगा
else
अपना
that's a bit
एपेक्स।
special as well is the fact that we have all these
तो
content
COD
creators
10
behind us. We have an
देखते क्या
Ungargo
होता है।
replay for you guys. It's actually Myth here on Prison Rescue. Just gonna check this one out and see exactly what went down here.
भाई एक्सपेक्टेशंस ना मैं एपेक्स के बाद लगा नहीं रहा हूँ किसी गेम से। वॉरज़ोन से ना मेरे शुरू से एक्सपेक्टेशंस आएगी। मतलब अनाउंस नहीं हुआ तो मुझे पता था कभी ना कभी ये गेम आएगी और जब आएगी तब फोड़ेगी।
This prisoner being able to put them in the game, knowing that somebody's going to have to run this prisoner back and extract them, and having that defense to be set up later on and have to completely and utterly change the
मॉडर्न
game.
वॉरफेयर यार मैं बोर हो रहा हूँ, पता है पहले ऐसा लगता था अच्छे ग्राफिक्स में इतना दिखा दिए और हम लोगों को तो खेलना है नहीं पता है।
We went through all these different iterations, and we had these problems where we're like,
More
hey, the
angle,
modes
yeah.
around rescuing
तुझे
these
क्या लग रहा है?
prisoners, but people they weren't
अभी
able
कुछ
to,
कह
right?
तो
We're
नहीं
like, hey,
सकते
do
भाई,
this
अभी
heroic thing,
जो
and
आएगा
rounds
देखा
just kept
जाएगा।
ending in elimination because it was so hard.
अच्छा वैसे ये बता, ये
The
वर्जन का यहाँ पर
the,
बना लिया क्या
radar
सर्वर?
sweep that you get when you get the prisoner, and that's why we took the icon away when you pick the
हमारे इंडिया
prisoner
में?
up. Because we were going through, and we used to have, we tried with one prisoner, we tried with two right
नहीं
next to
बना
each
है
other,
क्योंकि
we tried
इंडियन
all these
कंटेंट
different
क्रिएटर्स को खेलते हुए
iterations,
देखा नहीं
and it took a while before everything kind of clicked.
आईफाई
And
भी
often when
खेलने
you're
सबको
making
पता है।
game modes, you don't
इंडिया में
really
नहीं है
know. Like some of them
नहीं बनाया ना।
बनाएंगे,
like, oh, there
इंडिया
it
में
is.
करेंगे
But this
सबसे
one took
ज्यादा
a lot of
COD
work, a
इंडिया
lot
में।
of finessing,
इंडिया में नहीं करेंगे ना
and
तो
then we
बहुत
finally
बड़ी
got
बात
it to where there is this
और
balance
ये
of
इसका
seeing
नाम
more
क्या है?
hero moments. And that replay we saw,
सिंगापुर?
he actually, I think of that one, but I was while we were talking earlier, I saw him
सिंगापुर
actually
में
pick
तो
up the
होगा
prisoner and take
लेकिन
it all the way
इंडिया
to
में भी
extract
होगा।
and have that run,
सिंगापुर
and that's what
मैक्सिको
we
इंडिया
wanted,
में
that
होना
hero
चाहिए
run.
वर्जन को।
I'm just
देखते
thinking
हैं
about like
जिस
how
तरह से इन लोगों ने कहा है 120 प्लेयर एक
I mean, dude, you're a great
पर्टिकुलर
job, but,
उसमें
like, the fact that you have
लॉबी
to
में
think about like
सोच
everything within this
गेम क्या
sandbox,
होगा
like, from when you're trying to make a
अगर
new mode,
उसमें
like,
लोग
how
अगर
is some
सोच
new
ये मास्टर कर लेते ना, मतलब उसमें अगर लोग
affect Warzone? How's it going to affect ground war?
नहीं उसने बोला कि पूरे बन जाए तो रियल नहीं
I think
रहेंगे।
every
उसने
game
बोला
you
कि
have that at the end of the
bots
previous
पहचान
one,
नहीं
you're like,
पाएंगे।
okay, how do we squeeze
अच्छा
more blood from this
ऐसे
stone?
रहेंगे।
Yeah, right, right.
And it's like, but then you start iterating and trying different things, and
होना
you do
चाहिए,
kind of
मतलब
like,
एक प्रो
all of a
प्लेयर का
sudden
अगर
it's
ये
overloaded, you're like, okay, we have to cut stuff,
मूवमेंट
too
अगर
much.
कॉपी
I
करके
mean, Jeff Joe, this is a pretty hard question, but just to
एक
पता चल रहा है फिर बेचारे लोग मतलब जो लोग नए नए आए वो लोग
नहीं
गेम के बहुत इस्तेमाल का
वो नहीं मैं बोलता हूँ एक जैसे रैंक होता है ना अपना लीग, वैसे पर्टिकुलर लीग का पर्टिकुलर बॉट्स समझ रहे कुछ वैसे होना चाहिए। लाइक पकड़ ले सबसे अच्छा प्लेयर उसको, जैसे हम लोग का एपेक्स में प्रेड है, इसमें ग्रैंड कौन सा लेजेंडरी है ना सबसे हाईएस्ट, तो लेजेंडरी वाले में बॉट्स ऐसा होना चाहिए जो प्रो लेवल जो सबसे अच्छा खेलता है, या पकड़ ले उससे भी मिड रेंज पकड़ ले वो भी चलेगा, एक बॉट होना चाहिए। अभी जैसे एपेक्स में तूने देखा ना स्टार्टिंग से लेके एंड तक,
मतलब बॉबी प्लेज इतना गेम प्ले होना चाहिए बहुत।
हाँ वो भी ठीक, वो भी चलेगा।
So that we can call Bobby again.
अबे एपेक्स में देख जब नया नया आए थे बॉट्स कैसा था, अभी इतना हाई कर दिया ना, इतना डिफिकल्ट कर दिया, एक सोच ले एक नॉर्मल प्लेयर भी उसको नहीं मार सकता।
end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Because nostalgia, you gotta probably tune some of it out. Like some stuff.
अभी देखते क्या होता है अभी just नया मोबाइल के मोबाइल गेम्स अभी लॉन्च होना शुरू हुआ है कौन सा पिक फायर हाँ पिक फायर है तो पिक फायर ये जो एक बेटा अल्फा बेटा जब टेस्ट चल रहा था उसमें ये पिक वाले का वो हाँ पिक वाले का तो वो क्या नाम है उसका कंट्रोल दिखा था
an advantage that we have to find their place, the thing they love, bring their friends in, and then years to come.
अरे नहीं बे इसमें तो था ही ना वर्जन पीसी में तो था ही ना अरे ये लोग तो कह ही रहे COD और PUBG या जो भी है हाँ बैटल ग्राउंड जितने भी गेम्स है वो लोग चाहते हैं कि सारे रियलिस्टिक बने ठीक है तो उसके हिसाब से तो भाई पिक भी होना चाहिए
You know, I think the big kind of elephant in the room is just.
But PUBG ऐसी slow game नहीं यार 2 मैच खेलने के बाद ऐसा लगता है कितना खेल लिए PUBG बहुत ज़्यादा lengthy हो जाती है
COD हाँ ये तो है
Apex ठीक है छोटा मैप रहता है ठीक रहता है जैसे यार बॉल सेट में बहुत ज़्यादा मजा आ रहा था इन लोगों ने किंग्स कैनियन लाया पहला एक हफ्ता अच्छा लगा उसके बाद इतना बोर लगने लग गया ना किंग्स कैनियन मैं तो रैंक करने का मन नहीं था पता है
अभी एपेक्स में कितना है 25 मिनट है सर
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I think it's a great segue.
20 मिनट या 25 मिनट है Apex में.
Representing that team, whether it's the multiplayer team, the engineering team, the animation team.
पर मैच ना COD में सिर्फ 21
and what they do, the fidelity on
वही
small animations, the guns.
मतलब इतना भी पकड़ ले ज़्यादातर मैचेस हम लोग के
22 स्पॉट्स होती है approximately लगा ले 22 में से 10 स्पॉट बस रियल होगी 12 स्पॉट बॉट
हम लोग एपेक्स में पकड़ ले वही ज़्यादातर लोग 18 मिनट्स में ख़त्म कर देते हैं गेम ठीक है अगर लास्ट जोन तक जाते हैं तो पकड़ ले उसमें भी शायद इतना ही है अपना 20-21 मिनट 25 मिनट लेकिन ये अपना बैटल रॉयल जो है PUBG वाला उसमें पूरा 30 के ऊपर चला जाता है 30-35
40 मिनट तक ज़्यादा जाता है
वही वो कुछ ज़्यादा मैच हो जाता है
or their PCs sitting there and they could make the game better and they're consistently working way too much and we're like hey calm down we're good. So I think that is a little bit of the fun part.
What I heard which we didn't expect and like now people are downscaling offices so I was kind of curious if you just had like a lot of I know
कितना बजेगा 2:30-3 बजे
pop out some really amazing stuff.
Yeah, it's tricky because we've just now been coming back in and getting kind of that kind of community.
अभी तो उनके उधर शायद 6 बज रहे होंगे शाम के तो वही पकड़ ले 10 बजे तक होगा शायद
and feeling the you don't get the big hoots and hollers when you're at home, right? So we get people in the office who get them in the big pit and we're all
अच्छा ये इवेंट अभी चल कर रहा है
get that feedback loop of like I made good stuff and someone's happy.
Back the curtain a little bit because when I think of how to handle a brand new game, a brand new title, bringing all these exciting factors to it, I'm thinking of like
graphics बहुत plastic type के एकदम low graphics
in the shed maybe,
but
with a
mechanics
whiteboard, just writing things on, just brainstorming.
कर रहे भाई शुरू हो चुका है अरे बटन्स मुझे थोड़ा सा ठीक नहीं लगा रे
हाँ मतलब कोई जो सस्ती गेम्स होती है उसके टाइप का दिख रहा है
वही
अभी अल्फा है तो ठीक है बोले जो गूगल प्ले स्टोर में सस्ती गेम्स होती है ना उसके टाइप का दिख रहा है बहुत ज़्यादा
कोई ना बाद में करेगा घर का ग्राफिक्स भी ऐसे ही हुआ है कौन सा
हाँ ये अल्फा है ना अभी कॉम्बैट मास्टर कॉपी थी मॉड वॉरफेयर
क्रिटिकल ऑप्स
का दिख रहा है कॉम्बैट मास्टर
हाँ वही
मॉडर्न वॉरफेयर की कॉपी थी
अरे इन लोगों को बटन्स ना है ये सीओडीएम की तरह करना चाहिए था दोनों तो सेम ही है डेवलपर्स
वैसे ही रहेगा COD जैसा बटन अभी तो अल्फा है ना
which should make everyone really happy at the end of the day.
ये पीसी में
everyone's having a blast so far. I mean this
अच्छा ये तो
in general
अच्छा धीरे-धीरे leaks दिखा रहा है.
Just this many content creators here, gas up, enjoying the game.
I mean, it's been absolutely incredible. Honestly, Jeff, Joe, thank you so much for being here, giving us all the insights, letting us nerd out a little bit, ask all the questions that we're dying to know. But I tell you
कितने
what,
players गए
it's
बे
about
एक
time right
event
now to
में?
head on over to the main stage to talk a little bit more about COD Mobile.
150
We've
mobile,
got Beef
150
Mummy and Matt Lewis over
अच्छा
there. Let's take it over
150
to them
करके
and see
गए.
what they have in store.
All right. Thank you so much, Lottie, and welcome back to the Command Center presented by Xfinity Rewards. And it's time to finally drop into some epic Warzone mobile gameplay. And joining me here,
तुझे क्या लगता है इंडिया में जब आएगा तो इंडिया में कोई इवेंट होगा क्या?
He is the Vice President of Product Management for mobile.
नहीं होने वाला.
Thank you so much.
क्या से ज़्यादा बड़े-बड़े यूट्यूबर्स जैसे
Excited to be here today.
क्या इनविटेशनल होगा क्या?
Awesome gameplay. We have some cool new surprises for you. So I'm just really
इनविटेशनल
looking
ये
forward to sharing
कुछ
this
नहीं होने
moment
वाला
with
इंडिया.
you and with just the entire Call of Duty
नहीं
community.
इंडिया में
I'm
आएगा
so
कुछ नहीं होने
excited.
वाला.
I'm
इन
just
लोग
ready
खेलने
to
बोलते हैं कि इनको
get
पैसे पहुंच
into
जाएंगे.
action. And obviously things are
ओपन
just
इवेंट होता तो भाई चले जाते
and
यार.
it really is impressive what you've been able to
यहाँ
pull
से
off
कितना ही
here.
लेगा?
And watching someone play, it looks
पुणे
great. It feels great.
अरे
It's
पुणे से याद आया.
It's as if it's
हमारे
running off
इंडिया
a
में एक
console, to
गेम
be
लॉन्च हो रहा है ना?
It's true.
How did you guys make
क्या नाम था
this
उसका?
from the ground up?
Project Indus.
हाँ.
It's a great question. So one of our game pillars
तो लॉन्च डेट
30 FPS gameplay है भाई 60 भी
I
नहीं
like
है.
to think of it
अरे
this
यार.
way. There are a
बहुत
set
ज़्यादा
of
disappointment
emotions
हो
and
गई.
an
मुझे लगा
overall
final
gameplay
product देखने
quality.
मिलेगा.
Something that's felt when you play
तू
Warzone.
करेगा इसको ये
And for
स्ट्रीमिंग
us,
मैं नहीं
you
करने
know,
वाला.
that's something, it's a product of these proprietary
मैं
combat
तो
and
obviously
movement
करूँगा.
systems, the
क्योंकि
Verdansk
complete थोड़ी ना
map,
है.
हाँ?
tons of vehicles, and some unique Warzone mechanics. Things
Complete
like the
थोड़ी ना है.
gulag
मैं तो
and
करूँगा
in-game
ही
loadout drop.
obviously करूँगा.
क्या वर्जन का?
बहुत ज़्यादा PUBG बना दिया इन लोग.
अरे वर्जन नहीं कह रहा हूँ इंडस इंडस.
Powder in there, and boom,
Indus.
हाँ. मैं नहीं करने वाला भाई
they can
स्ट्रीम.
try to match this recipe and they can spend a
मैं भी नहीं
decade,
करने
you know,
वाला.
iterating and
Indus कौन
testing
करेगा
and
यार?
trying this and
Apex
that,
copy है
but they're
वो.
just not able to quite get there. So
Apex
for
की
us,
copy है?
being on the same technology, it means we don't have to
उसकी
tinker nearly as
Valorant
much.
type की
It's just an
guns
incredible advantage for us.
Mechanics डाले हैं Apex
So
के ट्रेलर
how
जितना
was
पता
the
चला उसके
team
बाद से Apex
able
की
to
कॉपी
do
लग
it
रही
and
थी
just really pull off everything that you've had here so far?
With
भाई
tons of
देखना.
coffee.
No wonder why we don't have any more coffee here backstage.
Exactly. That's the truth. All the coffee in the world is how we were able to do it. No, you know, one of the things that I just love about this project, it's a really great mix of talent and experience.
कोई ना.
And for us, that concoction was what allowed us to have this kind of great end product. So for us, you know, there are 4 major studios who are
अगर
working on
same
the Warzone
PUBG
mobile.
type निकला ना तो मैं नहीं खेलूँगा.
Activision Shanghai, Beenox,
कोई ना.
Digital Legends, and
देखते हैं अभी
Solid Snake
रुक
Studios.
गेमप्ले देख रहे हैं रुक
So
जा.
our philosophy, it's been to mix together really amazing Call of Duty console and PC developers with some of the best mobile developers in the business. Because that's what we want, you know, an authentic, adrenaline-pumping Warzone, but something that is ultimately in this made-for-mobile,
वैसे
amazing,
गेम तो
super
अच्छा
polished
है.
mobile experience.
It's been so much fun watching all
mechanics
these
अच्छे हैं.
streamers
हाँ.
today, and this game
बस
looks
PUBG ऐसा
like
ज़्यादा
a
ना
बस
really great time.
इनको ना पॉलिश करना
Best
बाकी है
way for our viewers at
गेम
home
को
to guarantee
पॉलिश करना
they will
बाकी
be
है.
the first to drop in and play Call of Duty
polish
Warzone Mobile.
It's a great
और
question.
ये
It's a great
buttons,
question.
जितना
So
मैं
for
बोलूँ
us,
ना, ये थोड़ा
pre-registration
सा
is
अलग
gonna
करना
start
चाहिए.
today. We'll have a little bit more on that later. We're
ये
super,
buttons,
super,
हाँ, ये
super
buttons
excited. And if
Google
you're
Play
on
पे
Google Play, if you
सस्ती
log
games
on
होती है
to
उसके
the
टाइप
Google
के
Play
दिखे
Store right
वही
now, you'll be
अगर इन
able
लोगों ने
to,
बटन्स को चेंज नहीं किया ना
to start to
गेम
pre-register. If you're on other
चलेगा नहीं ज़्यादा.
platforms, please keep
ये
an
मैं
eye out
कंफर्म
on
कह
all
सकता
the
हूँ.
social channels. We have the social channels.
ग्राफिक्स तो
right
पता
now.
है.
अल्फा में buttons क्यों नहीं ठीक किया समझ नहीं आ रहा.
वही मैं
क्योंकि
देख
buttons तो COD के सीधा उठा के बस रखने दे लो.
वही एक और चीज़ है देख ग्राफिक्स हम समझ सकते हैं भाई अल्फा टेस्ट है ग्राफिक्स बाद में भी पॉलिश कर सकते हैं लेकिन ये बटन्स वाला जो है ना ये सही नहीं लगा मुझे एक्चुअली. इन लोगों ने ऐसा किया लाइक वारज़ोन को अभी के अभी लॉन्च करना है समझ रहा है. जैसे इन लोगों ने जो बनाया है अभी ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे मतलब आज के आज इन लोगों को लॉन्च करना है. इतना जल्दी बनाया है.
We're going to try to see what kind of fun all these streamers are bringing it up over here because we are taking up on the screen right now. I mean,
अब कुछ कह नहीं सकते ना. हो सकता है इनको जो लोग खेल रहे हैं उनको ये बटन्स भी अच्छा लग रहा होगा.
We want to see the gameplay. We want to see everything that's
टच करने में समझ में आएगा ना गेम के.
लोगों ने ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा PUBG ऐसे रखे हैं.
नहीं मतलब खेलने के टाइम में समझ में आएगा ना कि कैसा है. अभी हम लोगों को देखने में अलग लग रहा है.
When I'm looking at this gameplay right now, for me, one of the things I love about Warzone It's that vehicle play. The vehicle play, the movement, and the combat systems all tied together. I'm a thumb player. I can't do the claw myself, so when I see other thumb players in particular on the vehicles, it's a soft spot for me. I just feel great.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of the players right now, even if you're not on mobile, you just see this map and you go back way back 2020, and you're just seeing this map Verdansk. It's just you're basically having a little bit of a throwback from when you used to play this map, and you get to play it here on mobile. And so I feel like it's just so exciting to finally see this map.
अल्फा भाई उनका तो ऐसा ही था ना, सेम ही था बोला जाए तो, जैसे अभी है, बस अभी थोड़ा सा अलग है, अभी काफी पॉलिश किया है इन लोगों ने।
अल्फा तो खेला नहीं क्या? मैं अल्फा खेला था, वही जीबी की अच्छा स्कूप में खेलता है ना?
Development process, we typically think about 4 stages, and we're in the 2nd stage right now. We're live to some amount of people in our alpha, and we're going to be entering a beta shortly. So for people who are interested in getting their hands on the game, the best way to do that, to pre-register now.
अल्फा में सेटिंग्स का ऑप्शन नहीं दिया।
Follow the channels.
Oh भाई, क्या नाम है?
बस गेम खेल सकते
just have loads of improvements.
Currently in development, not representative.
Some super cool stuff coming in. New features, maybe some new gameplay. Gunsmith is looking absolutely incredible. I think players who are familiar with it, they're just not going to believe what we have coming out with soon.
And as you can see over here, we definitely have streamers that you're very aware of already just logging in.
भाई मेरा तो बफरिंग हो रहा है बे स्ट्रीम।
And checking out Warzone Mobile, and it feels amazing.
Head पे one shot है यार।
Those little airplane shells. Wait for unsuspecting people to come in, and you know, sometimes I'm lucky and sometimes I'm not. That's been boneyard all the way. The fun thing for me too, we've been noticing Bobby talk about this a little bit earlier.
एक बटन क्या है जब स्कोपिंग करता है?
Being able to go back into some of those points of interest that you like, in particular ones that were
jump है, slide है।
maps and
नहीं नहीं, देखना एक जब ये देख रहा है, दिख रहा है?
Sprint बटन परमानेंट वो नहीं है, रिचार्ज हो रहा है वो बटन।
Superstore.
अच्छा।
Sprint यार रिचार्ज हो रहा है।
I feel like I'm going on a shopping spree, grocery shopping, all the weapons that you need on the ground, they're over there. But the thing is, it's in the center of everything. You're in the middle of everything. So if you want to go and just go away into safety, you're going to have such a hard time because you're worrying about people up top. Airport is right there. Boneyard is right there as well. So I feel like for me, like since we're seeing Boneyard right now, it's kind of like a safe little spot because it's right off to the side, but you still get really good loot as well.
Totally. Well said. And for me, one of the things I love about Verdansk as a player is there are these mix of different ranges. You have really close quarter, inside combat, things like Superstore. You have some long-distance sniper areas. Some people I know like to go on top of them and try to pick off some enemies.
बाकी अभी भी बहुत बाकी है। इन लोगों ने बोला ना 1 साल, अभी 1 साल में देख कितना ये क्या कहते हैं इसको?
How do you want to have that kind of gameplay?
मैं FX का अल्फा स्ट्रीम किया था भाई, इतने घटिया ग्राफिक्स थे। हर कोई बोला था गेम के ग्राफिक्स खेलने लायक की प्रीपेयर से कर दिया, लेकिन उसने भी बोला था।
वही अभी बाकी है ना, 1 साल के अंदर देखना कितना इम्प्रूवमेंट होता है। बहुत इम्प्रूवमेंट होगा।
अभी भी मतलब बहुत सारी टिप्स अच्छी है, प्रीपेयर से अच्छी है।
हाँ वही।
I saw your invite. I wanted one as well, but obviously I sneaked into the COD Next event and was finally here. Finally able to see the alpha. But hey, since we're here, taking a look at what's going to happen here on the right side of your screen. You're taking a look at the map, and it's exactly what we saw in Warzone.
Totally, and it's getting to one of those end crunch periods. This is my favorite. The circle started to close, not yet final circle, but it's definitely that time. You got to be a little bit strategic and smart about your choices. There is a penalty if you get a little bit too aggressive.
And now speaking of being aggressive, it's like we were talking about it.
It's
really a matter of where you drop, because obviously the tier 5 loot zones, tier 4 loot zones, you'll always have that risk, but obviously the reward is a little bit more high. I mean, especially if you're going to be dropping at the very ends of the map, at the very end sections of it, where yes, you might not have better loot, but you might have a better time really looking for those kills. But the best thing here is you need to find that middle ground in every BR game that you have. For here, cash is king. You need to buy out, go and find a way to buy fallen teammates, so we've already talked about it before.
अच्छा self revive kit है अच्छा
I'm really hoping to see a gulag feature over here. I want to see it.
Me too, and looking at the mini map here.
चल जो Apex Smooth में खेलता है ना तो उससे compare कर
उसको उसके हिसाब से देख स्मूथ में भी ये Apex का अभी भी वही है अभी काफी इम्प्रूव हुआ है उसमें पहले जब मैं बोलता हूँ जब अल्फा टेस्ट आया था ना उसके बाद जब क्लोज बेटा अरे सॉफ्ट लॉन्च में तो ये पोटैटो ग्राफिक्स जो है ना अपना उसकी तरह था
मुझे पता है सॉफ्ट लॉन्च का
अभी तूने देखा ना अभी जो लास्ट अपडेट आया था सीजन 2 में भाई इतना ऑप्टिमाइज कर दिया ना अभी देख पहले सप्लाई क्रेट्स जो क्रेट्स में जो लिखा होता है वो लिखा नहीं आता था मैंने ठीक है अभी हाँ वही अभी काफी इन लोगों ने ऑप्टिमाइज किया तो वही एक गेम को देख डेवलप होने में काफी टाइम लगता है ना तो वो अभी देख नहीं सकते अभी देखना ये इन लोगों ने जो टेक्सचर बनाया है इसका जो ये अपना मैप है ग्राफिक्स अरे ग्राफिक्स तो बाद में चेंज हो जाएगा कोई दिक्कत नहीं है मूवमेंट वगैरह देख रहे हैं
new score streak, leveling up, helping my squad that way. There's a really nice element of strategic choice. It's ones that players in Warzone 1.0 on console and PC they just absolutely loved. And in mobile, there's really nothing quite like it. So just can't wait for players to get their hands on that.
Oh, most definitely, because I had my hands on it yesterday. I'm not very good at it, and that's why I'm being a shoutcaster. I'm just kidding. But really just playing the game and playing Warzone in general, it feels as if you're playing the same thing on console and PC.
मुझे लगता है दो तीन बटन्स अभी भी है बाकी जो इन लोगों ने अब तक ये दिखाया मतलब दिया नहीं है
स्क्रीन रिकॉर्डिंग में उतना अच्छा नहीं लग रहा उसके फोन में देख ज़्यादा अच्छा लग
वही
ये फोन में तो ऐसा लग रहा है पीसी का चल रहा है
and when we started making the game we listed out all these options we could make something that was totally not connected it was its own mobile experience
वही तो कह रहा हूँ ना जो लोग अभी खेल रहे हैं उनको समझ में आ रहा है कि गेम कैसा है हम लोग खेल नहीं रहे तो हम लोग कह नहीं सकते अभी क्या चीज़ है हाँ वही
same economy same everything else what we decided in the end was there are
अभी देख ये लोग जायरो भी यूज कर रहे हैं इनके हिसाब से जायरो कैसा है ये उनको पता है हमें नहीं मालूम
the moment to moment gameplay it feels just as good as Call of Duty console because really for us that's the best shooter in the world so we want to make sure that we're rendering that properly on mobile we just think there's nothing better at the same time for mobile players, there's certain customizations that are really important. Sometimes on the event side, or what we call internally the live ops side, but also just on the controls. So we want to make sure we're taking those best of both worlds and adding them together into an experience that just feels like nothing else on mobile. We think we're on the right track.
No YouTube getting these kills already, and it's our first time seeing him right now. So, again, where he's at it's going to be a prime spot because it's not going to be too crowded, as you can see here, but you can also get really good loot. So that is definitely one thing that you want to have. And now for him exploiting all of these, I can see the movement is very much like Warzone. I feel like for me that was one of the bigger questions. It's like, what's the movement going to be like? And you can see here, it's good. He's done. He's already kind of felt the game pretty right to the fact that he can get a lot of these kills. And so how was it like trying to transform into the movement coming in from Warzone, going in here to Warzone Mobile?
That's a great point. We thought movement, that's one of those things. Movement and really the whole combat experience. It's something that we just felt like we don't want to mess with it too much. It's so special. It's what makes Call of Duty Call of Duty. So for us, it's about rendering that in the right kind of way. And again, not totally there, but man, we're pretty happy with where we are at this alpha stage in the development process.
I'm just so excited to see every one of these streamers just battle it out, especially at the very late game, where you get to see the circle just kind of closing in. But obviously, we only have a set amount of time, and that brings an end to what we saw when it comes to the gameplay of Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And it was been really fun, really exciting to see all the streamers playing the game. And we still have way more lined up for you. But with that being said, let's bring in Xavier for a special sideline update.
Yeah, what's going on? WWE superstar Xavier Woods, a.k.a. Austin Creed, here with the only the man, the legend, Myth.
I'm here with Austin Creed.
Oh, having a good time. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
How you been?
Brother. I've been great.
Good.
I'm having such a good time so far, man. It's crazy.
Well, I love to see you. Yeah. Now, first things first, we've all been at home for a long time, and now we get to come out to do an event like this. You get to see all your buds, play Call of Duty with all of them. How does it feel being at this event right now?
Honestly, there's like a 13-year-old little boy like inside of me, the 13-year-old version of me that's like freaking the fuck out. Sorry, I don't know if that's allowed or not, but my bad. I won't do it again. But like, I am losing my cool. Like, I think it's awesome to think about the fact that like I'm at a Call of Duty event and one of this scale for a game that's this big.
Yeah. Well, since you got to play the game with a bunch of people so far, what's your favorite thing?
Ooh, my favorite thing, an individual thing. I think so far what I've come to really like is I feel like they took everything that I loved about Modern Warfare and elevated it to the point where like the visuals, the gunplay, the feel of everything is just really polished and tuned. And that's part of what I really love about Modern Warfare.
Nice. Now, you're going to get into some Battle Royale later today. Is there anybody here that you are excited to find and take out on the battle?
Doctor disrespect give me Symphio. Give me Symphony's PG.
अरे उसका हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ चलता है भाई कंट्रोवर्सी हुआ होगा कुछ इसमें भी
ये क्या ओ थर्ड पर्सन देख भाई ये यही बोल रहा था मैं थर्ड पर्सन अलग ही फीलिंग आती है भाई फुल कैंपेन की फीलिंग आती है थर्ड पर्सन
अरे पता नहीं यार मेरा बफरिंग हो रहा है पता नहीं क्यों
ये मतलब वापस मॉडर्न वॉरफेयर का चालू हो गया और वो एफपीपी जो था वॉरज़ोन का नहीं था
Third person everybody is. I feel the exact same way.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's in one room here for one reason. It's to play and be excited about the new game, man.
अभी तो नहीं होने वाला. Betas में शायद third person आ जाए. Warzone में probably नहीं होगा.
We got one on the screen right now. Like we've had 3P in Call of Duty before, but not quite like
Modern Warfare 2 original था उसके multiplayer में third person
just being able to play, seeing your own back as well has been a while. Of course, I gotta say it felt pretty damn good. And when
PC में भाई third person अच्छा नहीं लगेगा.
Frying, and I know you fry.
I was having an incredible time yesterday. I was on other streamers' setup, so I made sure to change my clan tag to CXT. So everybody knew who was absolutely
TPP कर रहा हूँ third person PC में.
The energy in here compared to like a competitive event
मुझे इतना अच्छा नहीं लगा.
is intense in a totally different way. It's intense in the fact that everybody is just so excited and everybody is just having pure fun and going into a new game, figuring things out. Like the energy is just on a different level. It really is on a different level.
This looks sick.
It does.
Yeah, what I like about this, Clint, is in 3P, you know, 3P, you use the corners, get that advantage. But when you aim in, I was worried about
it. Feels really natural. It looks really natural.
Yeah, I was worried about how seamless it would be from like going from 3P to aiming in, but it's perfect. Your centering feels on point. If that's how you play the game, you try to keep your, you know, red dot in the middle, you can play like that, right? So it's really nice, man. It works.
Well, the only time I'd really messed with it too much for me was the COD Mobile BR, like the first iteration of it, like that kind of that 3P to first person. That was the first time I really had messed with it much, and it felt great. So it's really cool to see them try to double down, create a game out here.
Yeah, and you can also
looks really seamless, like you said.
You can also kind of see how your character moves. Remember we were talking about earlier, Ali, where it was like the character, the movement, like it feels different. It's reimagined. Like when you're jiggle peeking, you can see the hips, the head move, everything.
Yeah.
You can really see that in the 3P. That's what, you know, when I had that realization, I was playing that earlier. I was like, okay, I'm going to have to play these angles a bit differently. And, you know, if you're a little bit more of a tactical player, like to get that information, this is going to be what you want to play.
I don't know if this goes for everybody, but this is the first time I played a third person like this, where you actually went into
to your sights still. Like,
क्या हो गया?
you weren't still in third person when you went to ADS. So that was very interesting to transition for me, and I was curious at how it would work with a controller, because I use a controller personally. I feel like mouse and keyboard players are a little bit more accustomed to stuff like that. So I was wondering how that would translate, but like I was saying, like, it just felt natural, like it felt normal, and it was actually really fun to play because your FOV, like, you see everything, and like you play and you peek corners like totally different than in your first person mode.
Well, the one thing I really like is, like, one thing I'll struggle with sometimes, like, you get this really cool operator or something, right? Like, a battle pass comes out, like, this really dope operator, and you don't really get to see that much.
TPV वालों के लिए भाई काफी fast game है भाई, fast paced game.
Like, if you get something dope or some of the different emotes, you can be like,
you get to see what you look like. I think, going back to quickly your point there, Ali, about getting used to kind of the zoom in then into the ADS as well. It does take a second to get used to, for sure. How would you handle that, though? Because I think, traditional Call of Duty games, straight up first person,
अरे सुनना, मैं क्या कर रहा था, ये PlayStation के थ्रू स्ट्रीमिंग होता है क्या?
नहीं होता, अच्छी क्वालिटी में नहीं होता, PC लगाना पड़ेगा, वो बहुत महंगा सेटअप पड़ता है।
तो PC कैसे?
मुझे एल्गाडो कैप्चर कार्ड लेना पड़ेगा, सुन मुझे बड़ा 12 या 13,000 का आता है, वो एल्गाडो कैप्चर कार्ड वो लेना पड़ेगा, एक PC लेना पड़ेगा, वो भी हाई एंड, बहुत बड़ा खर्चा है उसको स्ट्रीम पे।
Getting used to it, I was pre-aiming
PS के लेना?
as you got used to it, the hip fire of a lot of these weapons is actually incredibly
Xbox शायद हो जाता है,
Xbox तो हो जाएगा क्योंकि वो तो PC के साथ ही कनेक्टेड है।
when you're playing this game mode, again, my leaning towards the mouse and keyboard players who are more used to not.
लेकिन अगर तू चाहे तो PlayStation 5 में क्या फीचर मैंने सुना है तो मैं डायरेक्ट लाइव स्ट्रीम कर सकता हूँ।
We had it back in the day, like
क्योंकि
पर वो इतना अच्छा नहीं होता, कस्टमाइजेशन वगैरह नहीं कर सकते, जो OBS में होता है ना, मतलब वो अच्छा मतलब प्रोफेशनल नहीं रहेगा, चालू कर रहे हैं तो कर सकते हैं।
देखना पड़ेगा लोग कैसे करते पता नहीं, क्योंकि मैं एक बात बोलता हूँ, एक पता है PS4 या 3 में खेला था एक बार, उसमें एक अच्छा गेम मिला, एडवेंचर कुछ, ठीक है, वो मुझे भीड़ से खेलना था क्योंकि वो मैंने एक्चुअली स्टोरी मोड पूरा कंप्लीट नहीं किया ना, आधा ही खेल के मैंने खत्म कर दिया।
That's kind of what 3PS4, like Clint, that's a really good point, like with your operator, like I want to see that.
क्योंकि मैं साइबर से बैन हो गया। अरे देख, उधर एक होता है ना, ये लोग आईडी देते हैं जिन लोगों के पास आईडी नहीं है, ठीक है, तो मैंने अपने दोस्त को दिया खेलने के लिए, क्योंकि उन्होंने बोला किसी को भी दे सकते हो जो यहाँ पर खेलता है, मैंने उसको दिया, उसने क्या क्या बताया, उसको तो पासवर्ड मालूम पड़ गया, वो अपने घर में जाके, उसके पास तो कंप्यूटर है, मेरे पास तो था नहीं, उसने उधर जाके उनका आईडी पूरा चेंज किया, ठीक है, पासवर्ड चेंज किया, क्या नाम है ये फोटो वगैरह, वो जो डीपी वगैरह होता है ना, वो सब चेंज किया, और नाम क्या डाला बताया, लास्ट में मेरा नाम डाल दिया, बोलता है कि मैंने किया है, उसने नहीं किया, उसको पता भी नहीं है वो ये क्या किया है, मतलब बोला कि मैंने दिया है, मैंने किया है, मैंने ये सब वो सब किया है, और उसने पता है सुबह को जाके वो गेम खरीदा सुबह को, और मुझे पता चला शाम को कि ऐसा ऐसा हुआ है, तो मैं शाम को गया बात करने के लिए, ठीक है, उसके बाद क्या ये बस बोलता है कि भाई ये बंदा तो आज सुबह को गेम खरीद के गया, और मेरे पास पहले से गेम है, खरीदा हुआ है, लेकिन मैं खेल नहीं पाया, ठीक है, क्योंकि भाई पीसी नहीं है ना, तो वही चीज है।
He doesn't like Cloaksy, wasn't you, Lonnie? I promise.
He's probably like, who is this? This can't be Cloaksy for sure. But pretty exceptional stuff, and we can see a lot of the ADS here.
अभी होगा एक टाइम।
Smile on his face, like you can just tell people are having fun, and that's what this is all about. It's
उसका नवंबर में लॉन्च देख के तो मतलब मेरा आधा कंफर्म हो गया था।
Jumping up and down with his camera sort of angled down so you can see over the wall, like he's like,
और लोगों ने बोला भी ना कि मॉडर्न वॉरफेयर 2 और वो वॉरज़ोन मोबाइल साथ में बनना चालू
वही, बट इनको एक्चुअली ना इवेंट अलग करना चाहिए था, लाइक मोबाइल का अलग, पीसी का अलग, लोगों ने दोनों एक साथ रख दिया,
क्रॉस प्ले के कारण एक साथ किया और हाइप मचानी थी लोगों को, बाकी हाइप ड्रॉप हो गई मेरे हिसाब से, मेरी तो पूरी हाइप खत्म हो गई। देख
नहीं ध्यान से देखना, देख लोग ये देख रहे होंगे, खत्म भी हो चुका होगा, मतलब मैं बोल रहा हूँ स्ट्रीम खत्म होने से पहले ही लोगों ने ये स्ट्रीम देखना बंद कर दिया होगा, क्योंकि उनको पता है कि
अगर मैं यूट्यूबर नहीं होता, मतलब मुझे स्ट्रीम नहीं करना,
हाँ
मैं ही बंद कर दिया रहता तो यूट्यूबर
मैं सीधा कल देखता हाइलाइट्स
आगे कर
वही
हाइलाइट्स
Nick do it a little bit here and just kind of shimmying and making sure he can see what is behind the corner. How are you feeling about that for third person?
I mean, he's a cut above the rest when it comes to this. Like, he's super.
अच्छा इसमें पार्ट्स होता है क्या घोस्ट? I mean
he's having a blast. I mean, he's playing a lot of Call of Duty.
पार्ट्स होता है इसमें भी.
He is torching this lobby right now. But no, I think there is definitely there's a learning curve to it. If you haven't really played it, and yeah, he has a lot of experience with this type of camera, this type of gunplay, and I think you're seeing that absolutely right now. Just the used movement with the crouch to the block. He's a little disappointed. I think it's a nade that takes him out, but he was tearing the lobby apart.
Yeah, it makes it look way too easy.
बाकी ये लोग के लिए एकदम फ्यूचरिस्टिक चीज हो गई ना, थर्ड पर्सन पे
Even some of the people
वही
who went to, I think
पूरा मोबाइल से उठाया है लोगों ने इसका कंसेप्ट, थर्ड पर्सन एडीएस का. जो मॉडर्न वॉरफेयर 2 में थर्ड पर्सन था ना, उसमें शोल्डर मोड
पीसी
एडीएस नहीं खुलता था.
पीसी हाँ ये तो देखा था, ये एपेक्स में भी है अगर तूने देखा होगा तो.
हाँ मालूम है, बहुत लोग खेलते हैं, बस मुझे पसंद नहीं आया.
मुझे पसंद आया.
Yeah, no, I did that yesterday. I was shooting at teammates.
I'm shooting at teammates, locking on teammates all
मैं
the
तो फर्स्ट पर्सन में शिफ्ट हो जाऊंगा, बस बोर हो गया.
I don't know.
आजा फर्स्ट पर्सन में आजा बे, टीपीवी में अभी कोई नहीं रहे, सारे फर्स्ट पर्सन में आ रहे हैं.
Like, you run into something, you don't see that name.
There's no excuse for Ali. Clint's like.
Ali, I'm pretty confident if you put the time in.
Yeah, what's up?
You would have had a better professional career than that.
अच्छा तेरा आज स्ट्रीम हाईएस्ट कितना गया कॉन्फिडेंट प्लेयर?
I can't understand. You guys.
Yeah.
कितने लोग आए थे?
I used to always mess with Ant. If I skip college, I got grinding.
मेरा 20 आ गए थे.
20.
अभी 3 ही है.
Was absolutely popping off in 3P. We know he's got the experience with it. Let's check out the Elgato replay.
Yeah, this guy obviously has been here before, but of course on a new game here, Modern Warfare 2. Looking at
Buffering हो रहा है.
I'm pretty sure this part he does snap off. I thought that might have been the part where he died. I was going to say surely not, but just really seamless gameplay from Nick Mercs, and it's something to expect from him for the future. The fact that he's getting it down already, brand new game, brand new map.
चिप्स रख के रख देना चाहिए था यार अभी.
Yeah, he was frying and he was.
खाते देखता.
वही सोच रहा हूँ. तो जैम ब्रेड और पीस बटर लगा के सैंडविच बनाया था.
खरीद कर रखना चाहिए था.
मुझे लगा ना कैंसिल कर दिया बंदा वॉच पार्टी का.
अरे नहीं बे, मैं कुछ भी करके मैं करने वाला था. मैं अभी पता है अगर लाइट नहीं आता ना, मैं लूसीफर के घर में बैठ के हमें करता मैं.
Left side always get gunned.
Oh my god. He got a couple hit fire bullets.
Got almond here.
Was that a shotgun that killed him?
I'm not sure.
Looked like a shotgun.
अच्छा तेरे पास
disgusting. I was watching Tim use it earlier.
इंटरनेट स्पीड टेस्ट में कितना है मैच आपका?
That's crazy.
मतलब
Yeah, I probably need one to be honest.
जैसे तो क्रोम में जाके कर देना चेक में इंटरनेट स्पीड में.
What do you guys think of the perks as
उसमें
well?
पिंग लेटेंसी कितनी आती है?
That with the devs earlier
Excellent,
on the
समझा नहीं
devs, we saw that
रुक
pop up
जा.
a few times now on the screen, but obviously having to earn the perks and kind of produce the goods and secure those as you're playing is pretty cool.
हाँ अभी बता क्या कह रहा था?
गूगल में जाके कभी इंटरनेट स्पीड चेक किया आपने?
हाँ 300 MB है.
हाँ 300 MB है. लेटेंसी कितनी आती है?
लेटेंसी ज़्यादा नहीं, 12-17.
हाँ एयरटेल, इसीलिए एयरटेल ज़्यादा फास्ट है, उसमें 8 आती है. मैं आज उनके ऑफिस गया था प्लान चेक करने, 8 की लेटेंसी आ रही है.
एयरटेल अच्छा है एक्चुअली जियो फाइबर से, उनका लेटेंसी बहुत कम है.
Oh my goodness.
Forget it. These guys grind. They're going to.
जियो फाइबर का बहुत
लेटेंसी है. We've seen Phoenix. We've seen the Hurricane.
अरे यहाँ पे जियो फाइबर आया नहीं, एयरटेल भी नहीं था. एयरटेल अभी आया. यहाँ पे एयरटेल का हाई स्पीड थी. यहाँ से BSNL. BSNL का 100 FPS यूज कर रहा है. कल लगने वाला है. वो 8 MS का उसमें था. 40 Mbps वाले प्लान. 500 वाले.
You can turn around mid.
मैं देखता हूँ कुछ.
इसमें
we're going to be getting torched. worked on.
Just yeah.
जियो से मैं कैंसिल कर दूंगा बे जियो कैंसिल करके एयरटेल का लगा लूंगा
नहीं वो लोकेशन का भी फर्क हो सकता है तो आसाम में है ना
हाँ हाँ यहाँ पर हाँ शायद यहाँ पर एयरटेल आया नहीं है देखना पड़ेगा
नहीं लोकेशन का नहीं वो नहीं सर्वर तो सब एक ही जगह है लोकेशन का मतलब तू जा रहा है ना सर्वर से
अच्छा वो भी हो सकता है बे मेरा कोलकाता दिखाता है
जब मैं दिल्ली में था तब वहाँ तो वही 2 MST ने मुझे चलता था
डिपेंड करता है
बट तब मैं कुछ खेलता नहीं था ऑनलाइन
कह नहीं सकते लेकिन लूसीफर का मैंने देखा लूसीफर का लेटेंसी एकदम कम है पता है लूसीफर एयरटेल में है ना मैं जियो में हूँ
So I think so far it's W.
See, and I'm on the other end of that.
Apex में कितनी जाती है तेरे लिए
Like, I'll go through my attachments and like, all right, I'll try this one out.
पता नहीं.
Really, when I first load into the game right away,
क्या MS कह रहा है?
150
that's kind of like my forte, and I will say,
MS देख 3 तरह का लॉबी है एक 115 100 मतलब 90 से लेके 115 तक ठीक है एक वो है दूसरा है 120 से लेके 150 तक और एक है 48 से लेके 60 तक
अभी तो मेरा तो 100 MB की इसमें ज़्यादा फास्ट चल रहा है ये मेरा भी है अलग एक तो मेरा आता है कभी-कभी नेट खराब रहती है तो मेरा हो जाता है सीधा बाहर मतलब एकदम 1500 और मोस्टली मेरा आता है 100 से 200 MB और जब इंडियन लॉबी आती तो मेरा 20 से 30
मेरा अच्छा है बे
Hi Stephanie
हमारे
and
उधर
welcome back. Now
क्या है
listen,
बोलो
we've
यार
heard
रहना
it teased
होता
a
है
couple times today. Raids are coming to Call of Duty. Now, would you mind letting the people at home know what they can expect for this new experience of Modern Warfare 2?
Thank you, Gina. It's so exciting. I feel like I have been able to announce
खत्म हो गया क्या
stuff today, so this is sort of the cherry on top of the
Probably.
sundae
2 बज गए क्या
नहीं
1:30 बजे खत्म हो जाएगा
content that's coming your way this year.
अभी बाकी है
But raids in all new experience, different gameplay than we've ever.
वारफेयर का खत्म हुआ है मॉडर्न वारफेयर का खत्म हुआ है अब मुझे लगता है मोबाइल वाला दिखाएगा वर्चुअल मोबाइल
that you expect from a raid. We're actually going to be looking at episodic missions. All of them sort of a couple hours in length.
अरे नहीं खत्म हो गया सारे खत्म हो गए
मेरा Modern Warfare 2 and then having that narrative
शायद
which will actually, you know,
मोबाइल वाला बाकी है रुक देखने दे
खत्म हो गया
continue to play out across everything.
हाँ मोबाइल वाला भी खत्म हो गया
Exciting. Oh, I'm so hyped for this. Now, can we get a little bit more detail on the gameplay itself?
Yeah, so we're looking at 3-person teams.
अपने को मेरे ख्याल से थोड़ा सा आधा घंटा ना किसी और यूट्यूबर का देखते हैं बॉबी प्लेस जाइपर वगैरह का वो लोग सब बताएंगे ना गेम कैसी है
हाँ
those sort of core
ये लोग तो
mechanics
बस
of what we
दिखा
love,
दिए
know and love from raids.
रुक जा अभी बाकी है अभी शायद ये इंटरव्यू लेंगे
I think the way that the narrative will
क्या लगता है
continue to evolve.
Imagine interval was
each encounter and each mission for everybody to get a chance to see.
भाई अपनी तो बैंड बज जाएगी
Time Call of Duty player
हम लोग को देखना क्या है हम लोग देख क्या रहे हैं
so many times and still stream
at the Best
Buy. Watch party कर रहे हैं
mom and pop shops too. And still stream Call of Duty to
बिना
this day.
किसी
This
पार्टी वाली
gets
चीज
me
होती
so hyped. So please,
हम दोनों ही काफी है भाई
how and when can we dive into raids?
Right, so this is going to come with the launch of Season 1.
लूसीफर सो गया होगा पक्का मैं गारंटी कर सकता हूँ या तो वो एपेक्स खेल रहा है किसी के साथ
Modern Warfare 2 and I think it's going to be somewhere in the middle of Season 1 actually, so it's going to be
Awesome. You heard it, guys. Thank you so much, and let's go back to the desk.
वो बचा है
बचा है बचा है ये रहे मोबाइल वाले है मोबाइल वाला है
I just feel like the more the day goes on, the more we're getting.
ये मोबाइल वाला है कि पीसी वाला है
I mean, there is so much to unpack here, isn't there?
It's just, listen, I've been a part of a ton of these launch events or premieres, and you know we've shown. Usually it's been like a multiplayer reveal, or maybe we'll show off like a campaign or something. Never, I don't know how to describe it other than like it feels like we're in this sort of like metaverse now.
Yeah.
With
मोबाइल वाले चले गए शायद
with multiplayer coming from Modern Warfare 2, it just feels like it's just giant sandbox of so much cool Call of Duty shit.
तू एक और डेस्कटॉप खोल के एक और विंडो खोल के देख सकता है एक सेकंड मैं देखता हूँ बॉबी
absolutely everything to the table. Or on the other side of things, I mean, we're getting DMZ, we've got ground war coming on our screen in just a moment.
I want to see a tank blow someone's face off.
I mean, third person, the list is absolutely endless. So the fact that there's so many Call of Duty fans that love something specific about COD, they have something to sink their teeth into.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's like an amusement park. No, you're good. I need you to let you shoot a shot.
I got distracted by Cloak.
यार मोबाइल वाले आ गया ना
I hope he sees it. I'm so sorry, Cloaksy. I am so sorry for yesterday painting your name.
And I was just saying, it's like an amusement park of Call of Duty, right? There's just so much going on, and like we haven't even scratched the surface of it. Like there's still so much to be played. We're heading into ground war. We're gonna see tanks.
Ground war. Ground war पे तो लिखा था ground war.
Yes.
This is what
भाई पानी देख, पानी का ग्राफिक्स देख.
They're going out. They're going fishing.
इसी ODM में भी है.
They got the full squad.
अरे ये तो Apex में भी है ऐसा पानी. इसी ODM में भी है. High graphics में खेलेगा ना Apex का पानी same है.
अरे लूसिफर का डिवाइस में देखता हूँ मैं.
Tactical with the ships.
These guys got okay. I was gonna say he's running around with a pistol. Got the M4 in hand.
iPad में वही same दिखता है. iPad में ना पता है मुझे ये चीज़ अच्छी लगी.
अच्छा एंट्री ऐसा होता है.
It's been amazing to see Tommy Wilzuma's success in recent months, but yeah, he's got the guns.
Entry नहीं है वो.
It's cool to see him out here competing, playing, having some fun.
Ground war. Multiplayer तू COD में कभी try करके देखना. Ground war मोड अलग है. BRL multiplayer.
COD में.
They haven't like messed around with ground war. It's just
हाँ COD में आ गया है ground war.
You're gonna see it all.
Okay.
बहुत बढ़िया है. इसमें tank वगैरह रहता है.
6v6 type maps. That's for sure.
बहुत नहीं है उसमें बस.
A little bit of
वो
an objective.
satellite रेगिस्तान.
Satellite
bullshit map.
Oh, it's a bathroom.
Whatever. And everyone's in here just trying to like you just come in here, you pull out.
इसका मूड लगे.
Drive all the vehicles, like full experience.
बहुत बड़ा मैप रहता है. Alcatraz इतना बड़ा नहीं पता. Alcatraz से आधा.
It really does kind
गाड़ी
of.
वगैरह से जा सकता है. 5
I don't
points
know
रहते
whether that's
domination.
because Aiden's on my screen or whether it's just because obviously this is a massive map, but it really is almost like a little bit of a warm-up and a little taste into what Warzone is, and it's cool the fact that you can get that in Modern Warfare.
काफी बड़ा है बे.
Come out multiplayer, chuck on ground war, and just get straight into
भाई
it
Android
as
में
well.
फंस जाता है पूरा.
Go on.
ये
That would have been so sick. We want to see
iPad में तो कोई बिल्कुल lag नहीं था बस मैं अपना same time भाई मेरा high-end phone है. इसके बाद लगाया highest graphics support करता है highest FPS.
I mean, it's not even a sniper.
This is the breaststroke. The breaststroke.
Sniper, it was just a scope.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
Wow.
He is swimming fast.
I've been compared to Michael Phelps due to my long arms and very athletic legs.
खाया ऐसा खाया.
Oh, he's getting damage. Yeah, pretty sure he's either. I wasn't sure if
मैं
he was
जल्दी
brownie
जल्दी
or
में
getting
iPad पे चार्ज कर लगा. मेरे को लगा था 2 मिनट तक खत्म होगा.
हाँ ये देख मैं बोला था ना कुछ एड्रेनलिन की तरह है ये.
Like when we were first watching him, like he was busting doors open, looking at the ground, looking for high ground. And so I think that's like it's so interesting to differentiate the play styles between all the players and creators that we have here.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And you can see right now he's just obviously selecting his loadout here, and it's something we also got into earlier on. But ground war, what kind of loadout do you want? Obviously, it's very different from multiplayer. It's so much bigger.
बढ़िया mode है.
You gotta have like have an AR with. You saw he just put a bigger shot.
He just hit himself in the forehead with that nade.
अरे bro.
Not me, but it happens.
I love that you can select your spawn as well. But
अच्छा Battlefield खेला है क्या? Battlefield मोबाइल पूरा ग्राउंड हुआ है.
नहीं रे.
उसका Battlefield खेला हो कभी?
ना लूसिफर ने खेला हुआ.
By the way, that is such an interesting, cool kind of push there.
Pre-register करके रखा होगा तो मिलेगा भी इसका. इसके भी graphics ऐसे ही टाइप के हैं और इसके टाइप नहीं है इसके graphics मोबाइल के.
This guy's just driving around just blasting people.
ऐसे अगर मोबाइल में आ गया ना तो बढ़िया रहेगा.
That is a good question. That's a very good question.
Yeah, I would say it was some like AC/DC usually in the trailers.
5G आ रहा है. देख और नेट ये Nvidia और Xbox की सर्विसेज पहले से Nvidia ना मुझे पता हो. Cloud gaming है उसमें तो पूरा PC गेम्स खेल सकता है. Rainbow Six तक खेल सकता है. तो हाँ जियो का भी आएगा. अभी 5G आ रहा है ना. हाँ. जियो का भी आ जाएगा. मोबाइल में आने वाली है.
देखते हैं.
They said they sink slow now when you drive a vehicle in water, which I want to see a tank sink slow.
I know. It's kind of cool just to see people diving in, by the way. Isn't it? It's kind of cool to see people jumping into the water.
Just dip
your toes into it.
Yeah.
And just like when we
scale up, they're in the desert.
When we come out of game and see the view like this, it just blows my mind that they were able to set this up.
अरे अभी पूरा ऑनलाइन ही होगा तो उसमें डिवाइस को लोड नहीं पड़ेगा तो फोन पे ऐसे ग्राफिक्स
It's been absolutely amazing all day, man. You can hear everybody's getting loud, passionate. They're ready, man.
Oh yeah, there's been a fair amount of trash talk. Just, I mean, a lot of these guys know each other. They're in the
बढ़िया.
He's just screaming.
ये chopper ground war का नहीं. मारते हैं chopper से.
Oh, I was looking away, back behind us. I didn't even see.
Yo, Stone Mountain on a giant helicopter like three other players. Super high up.
Here we go.
ये realistic scope आ गई है ना stadium में.
That's what I'm saying. I was
ये वाली scope है ना.
बेर सही है भाई.
She was like, how?
And I was leading my shot. Not hitting.
बेर सही है.
That was on the dome. Maybe it's no lead.
I think it's one of those things like
Option है spawn करने का normal stadium को classic scope को hold करने का.
Yeah, well,
मैं तो ऑफ रखता हूँ क्योंकि उसमें ज़्यादा clear दिखता है. इसमें थोड़ा shadow वगैरह का scope ज़्यादा लगता है मुझे.
It's going to take some time to get used to. Take a little bit of time.
I mean, I'm kind of all for that. I'm kind of hoping, at least just from the amount of like Warzone I played, and I know we're in ground war right now, but like your really long range stuff, I'm hoping with a reduction in attachments like this. Oh yeah, what is?
ये ऊपर से खेलते हैं क्या ये लोग?
Yeah. Well, what sort of sniper perch is this?
चॉपर हो सकता है ना ग्राउंड वॉल में पूरे व्हीकल्स रहते हैं. सुन अभी एपेक्स वाला क्या करता? चॉपर के अंदर अपने टीममेट्स के साथ.
अरे जोन के बाहर चले गए.
Warzone 2.0 है मेरे ख्याल से. सुन Warzone 2.0 नहीं ग्राउंड वॉर ही चल. Warzone चालू है.
अच्छा. It's a little bit harder, like you know, we've gotten so used to being able to just beam someone at 200 meters. There's a little bit more of a challenge to it.
Yeah, a little bit more of a skill factor coming in.
Oh, someone saved his life. Guardian Angel.
I really do feel like the way that this game plays so far, the pacing, everything about it, honestly, the skill gap I feel like is there. I feel like we're going to see that a lot.
The guy's thigh is no longer there.
That's
so
true.
A lot of just ripped off with a 50 cal.
Very true.
He was just moving with the sniper in his hand.
NA45 का अभी कैसा चल रहा है?
Speed Demon.
He changed the attachment.
नर्फ हो गई कोई नहीं यूज करता उसको.
Hey, Chloe.
खत्म हो गया.
नर्फ भी कोई यूज नहीं कर रहा था. मैं उसको मास्टरी किया उसकी. बहुत आता और कर लिया.
That's some pizzas in the background. So they hand delivering pizzas to
अच्छा थोड़ा सा होल्ड कर मैं वॉशरूम हो गया है ठीक है.
Wow.
I'm thinking
we get a hand-delivered pizza?
I'm thinking that's a little hand-delivered Little Caesars going around right now.
Whatever my next break is, I'm throwing back an entire.
I hope they're getting napkins.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Having pizza, watching some gameplay on this desk right now is a vibe.
Yeah, I mean, what I see right now is I see Call of Duty, I see a bunch of streamers, I see Mountain Dew, I see pizza.
I mean,
this is literally opening night.
This brings me back to being 18, right?
I know.
Just the best.
I remember waiting in line for the game, go home, like I'm taking school off tomorrow. Like, sorry, I can't go, Grandma.
I'm sick.
Yeah.
Gotta put that temperature
अपने को भी कल स्कूल ऑफ लेना पड़ेगा.
Make sure that's the highest it can be.
Oh, there it is!
Oh, God,
of course it's Pammy!
Who better to watch for the sniper?
Of course! Hit it! Hit marker!
Wow.
Oh, he is just flying.
Oh, wow. He said, I'm getting this one.
It is Pam.
What a move.
Oh, he's getting ripped in there.
He's been doing this for a while.
Oh, no.
He got one, though.
बहुत high chances है कि ये वाला ग्राउंड वॉर आने वाला है.
Oh, I can see it now, Clint. All the 360 snipes off of that chopper.
Oh, yeah.
In the montages, like it's gonna.
It's like what you know those moves they do off of like the diving board, like at the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like triple cal sal 720 backflip into a snipe.
Yep.
Okay.
Look, the dev said that they wanted fun, and that sounds pretty damn fun to me.
I'm kind of with that, yeah.
Oh my God!
What just happened there?
Sniped out of the sky.
Adios. Farewell. Was that bread?
I don't know.
I think it was bread.
I don't know. I might need a replay.
Oh, we got a demon lobby. I saw Biffle in here. Jack's getting popped.
I saw Miles actually getting pretty diffy in a lobby against Biffle.
Okay.
He was top of the leaderboard.
That's who we needed to 1v1 Biffle from.
I actually think it's a Miles.
Oh, there's the
Biffle.
pizza.
Yeah.
That looks glorious. Of course, Jack takes a full break.
Oh, my mouth is literally watering just thinking about pizza.
Go ask Jack for some.
I could eat it every meal, I'll be honest with you. I really could.
Oh, is he he's bringing the sniper out?
Yeah, he switched to his own.
He was like, you know what? Let's do it. If you can't beat him, join him.
I want to know who's winning right now. Unfortunately,
like
I think it's Cam. Oh, they are winning there. I can see just the top, the 45, 49 winning.
There we go.
I need a loser's point of view now to see the score.
I have not used this gun yet. This looks like a sniper.
Oh, I'm confused. Is somebody actually driving that?
I thought it was like
I thought it was a spawn chopper.
I don't know, but Courage was trying to find out.
Hello, How we doing, sir? Looking very dapper.
This is cool. Selecting spawns is just sick. I'm not going to get used to that.
I just like the, you know, in older games, you know, you pick your spawn, you sort of appear there, but now like the, whatever you call it, like the,
the thing.
The animation, what would you call it? Like how it takes you.
It takes
like flies.
It's like the zoom in, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a word for it there that I'm not finding, but like the zoom into like your spawn. Transition. There we go. That's probably what I was looking for. Okay. But I like that a lot. Thank you, Lottie, for saving my brain. It was struggling because it needs pizza.
Mine struggles on the reg.
Yeah.
So don't worry. Yeah, no, I think it is really, really cool to see that. And I think it just suits ground war, honestly. It really does suit ground war. And I think in terms of the objective work, you can have a huge map here and you have to cover so many different areas. So the fact that you can choose your spawn spot is pretty sick. I love it.
I think Myth hybrided his pistol to like an SMG. Whenever he switches to that, look at it, because that looks
the auto, right?
Insane
so there's an auto version of that pistol, and he has it on, but he has like a stock on.
Nice.
He's got it pretty loaded up.
It's the attachments that you can really make it your own.
Yeah. You can make an AR into an SMG. I mean, we've been saying it. You do a lot with this
pistol into an SMG. Maybe that same SMG pistol into an AR. Who knows?
So I've just looked at the kill feed, and Symphony is on the other team. So
perfect. That's exactly what I need. I needed to snipe him. That'll bring me a whole lot of happiness.
Oh, that's a tank.
That was Optic Blake getting plucked.
I want to see that drill charge being thrown on the ground and a tank running over it. We saw it in the trailer. But I need
the one like through the roof?
No, like there's one you put on the ground. Well, yeah, you can do it through a wall as well. But I think it'll just.
I really want to see the
okay. He's popping off now.
Floating nade. I want to see so bad. The floating mine.
Wow, there's a lot of red arrows over there.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh.
That looks so beautiful. It has the whole map on it.
Yeah.
Like, in color as well. It looks great.
Cruise missile out.
He's calling everything in. Doesn't see anyone. Oh, there we go.
वॉरज़ोन अभी भी चल रहा है, मतलब मोबाइल, वॉरज़ोन मोबाइल।
आ गया मैं।
मिनी वीडियो में वॉरज़ोन भी चलाते हैं।
कौन सा?
It's the Call of Duty you can find in ground war.
वॉरज़ोन मोबाइल चला रहा हूँ। ऑक्सनेस लाइव कर रहा है। अच्छा, पार्कर का एक फेस रिवील हुआ गया।
नहीं हुआ क्या? We're on the hunt for what's wrong right now.
I love going through this. It's just my favorite thing in the world. Just making sure everything's exactly.
उसने तो पहले ही वो रिवील कर दिया था ना।
No. I just really like tinkering with it.
Oh yeah.
But do I blame it when I have
नहीं किया क्या उसने?
अच्छा, पार्कर 1 घंटे पहले स्ट्रीम एंड भी कर दिया।
We all do, to be honest. I understand that.
फिर खत्म हो गया होगा बे।
Got a lot of red up there right now.
बॉबी का देख।
Wait, so you can spawn in a vehicle? You see that? That's dope.
Yeah, it says full, so I guess he's waiting for
हाँ,
somebody.
पार्कर ने फेस रिवील कर दिया।
That's sweet.
What?
Not noticed that.
Right, somebody get knocked out of it.
I wonder if you can spawn in a chopper, in a helicopter.
Must be.
I believe we're going to be tossing to the floor soon. I'll tell you, I'm going to see if in the 3 minutes.
हाँ, यही बोल रहा था। हमारे ये लोग लॉबी वगैरह दिखा रहे हैं।
I'd like to know if you can.
हाँ? वहाँ पे कुछ नहीं दिखा
I'd like a follow-up on that for sure.
क्या हो रहा है?
मेन माल मसाला इन लोग के पास नहीं था। पार्कर अपनी स्ट्रीम में पूरा लॉबी वगैरह सब दिखा दिया।
We're just about done here with watching this ground war gameplay.
समझा नहीं है सर।
Down to the main stage to find out who Jess has gone, who she's going to be talking to.
क्या कर रहा था तू?
Jess, over to you.
Thank you so much, Lottie. Yeah, I'm actually here with one of my favorite streamers, Swisham. How are you enjoying yourself here at COD Next? I mean, you're here among 200 of your fellow streamers playing what I can only imagine is your favorite game. How does that feel?
Honestly, the experience so far, it's been amazing. Like, I can't put into words. Like, the feeling to be here right now playing MW2 and getting all the first looks, like, you can't have anything better, you know? So far, like, I'm loving it. Like, I feel like a little kid on Christmas. Like, everything, like the aspect of all, you know, everything in the game right now with multiplayer, it feels so good, so smooth. I just want to keep playing this. I don't want to go back to COD right now.
Well, we've had a little taste now of, 6v6, ground war, different maps, different modes. Kind of what's your main takeaway here from this game?
Honestly, I'm loving third person right now. It's like, honestly, I didn't know if I was going to like it or not because, we've never had third person, with the past COD. But honestly, I'm loving it a lot. And I love the maps. Everything, is really good right now. And it's feeling, smooth.
All right, final question. I mean, what is next for you and your stream and your content?
MW2 grind. That's all I'm looking forward to. Can't wait.
That makes perfect sense. Well, thank you so much, and best of luck. Have fun out there. Lottie, babe, back on over to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jess. And you can see right now there is so
क्या
much
कहता है अभी?
happening behind us. All the
Hello, आवाज आ
creativity, the
रही है?
ring
हाँ हाँ
lights
आ
for
रही है
days. So much Modern Warfare 2 being played. But my name is Lottie. I'm on the desk. I'm joined by Maven. But I also do have two very
भाई
special people to talk about Modern Warfare 2
का
and
कब
what
होगा?
it took to make it look so damn glorious. We got Mark
मोबाइल
and
का
Joel
बाकी
joining
चीज़ें
us.
दिखा रहे हैं,
And
एंड भी
guys,
कर
I
रहे
mean,
हैं।
studio
Huh?
animation director, and we got studio art director here. I gotta
भाई
say, first
इसने
and
सबका
foremost, this
फेसियल
game
करवा दिया एक
is
साथ।
stunning. Like, it is absolutely beautiful. The colors are incredible.
Yes.
I just want to dive in IRL, to be perfectly honest with you, but it's
not
really
just
beautiful.
brown.
It's not just
it
brown.
has some color.
I promise I didn't joke
And
about
then
that
के जितने
already
भी
multiple
ऊपर
times today. But no, seriously, it's
सबको
there's
बुला
been
लिया,
a lot of like
ये
gray
लोग
and brown
फेसियल नहीं किया,
sometimes.
उनको
There are
फेसियल
many
नहीं करा
hues. We got our hue chart out. We
I
put
love
that
it.
in there.
It looks vibrant. I'm loving it. It just feels good when you're out there slaying.
It looks absolutely incredible. I'm so excited to dive deeper into that. But folks at home, if you didn't already know, we've got an epic giveaway from our friends at Jack Links. And each Jack Links supply drop includes a brand new copy of Modern Warfare on the platform of your choice. Delicious Jack Links limited edition products. Brand new epic in-game items from Jack Links. So if you want to find out more, check this out.
Looking for an epic way to celebrate the launch of Modern Warfare 2? Jack Links has got you covered, giving you the chance to win the ultimate Modern Warfare 2 supply drop. Keep an eye out during the broadcast for the Jack Links screen. If you see it, grab your phone and scan the QR code, following the prompts to qualify for entry. Tune in to Call of Duty next. Squad up with Sasquatch and level up for the ultimate viewing experience, courtesy of Jack Links. Terms and conditions
अच्छा इसको भी मिला है गेम मिला है इसको भी
Alright, so keep your eyes peeled to spot the Sasquatch on the screen throughout the show. Scan that QR code and enter all your information for a chance to win.
अरे आईफर को मुझे लगता है इनवाइट नहीं किया बे
But back to it though, of course, Modern Warfare 2 is where we're at.
I'd be good as a Sasquatch.
या क्या होगा
It's hard to mocap Sasquatch.
To be honest, people might honestly get that confused with you. Yeah, there is that problem.
I'd be really good as that.
There is that problem.
Anyway, I'm so sorry.
You can throw the razors out. You don't need to worry about it.
But I tell you what isn't a problem is the color palette on this game. It's absolutely stunning. You know, I
अरे
looked at
मैं क्या कहता
Ricardo earlier on,
हूँ हम लोग भी
and I
चले
was
जाते
just
हैं
floored by how good
समझ
it
रहा
looks. What does it take to make a map? You know, how from scratch,
Rosie?
you're looking at the color schemes, you're looking at what you want to put in, the details. It's very finely detailed.
हम
and I
लोग भी
think that
चले
makes
जाते
people
हैं
really want to dive
क्योंकि
into the
सब
game
लोगों
and
ने
start grinding it.
स्ट्रीम खत्म
Well,
कर
I think
दिया
like it's important to create an immersive environment, go out and
समझ रहे
capture
कुछ
reality. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's all the details. And what's funny about making stuff like this is it's about
मुझे लगता है ये मोबाइल वाला बस इतना ही था बस रिवील करना था उनको ग्राफिक मतलब वही गेम प्ले
So kind of holding people back sometimes because they want to keep going, and you know, especially in a game space, you know, that's important to pay attention. And then AI, putting AI in there and having a living world. And
I mean, that's just insane. The AI part is something that blows my mind. And I think it really brings such an incredible aspect of that realism, you know, that realistic effect that you guys are trying to achieve here in Modern Warfare 2. And in COD games in general, what does it take to make that happen?
Oh my. Well, it takes a lot of like just research.
रुक जा मैं बात हाँ हाँ बोल
All of us are mad.
खत्म कर दें क्या भाई
रुक जा बाकियों का मैं देख रहा हूँ अभी थोड़ा सा रुक जा
Hello bro, welcome to the stream.
Where we deal with our military advisors, all different branches of the military. We ask them questions all the time. We're always asking, hey, would you do it like this or would you do it like that? Most of the time they'll say, yeah.
आधे लोगों ने तो खत्म कर दिया हमने एक कर दिया
But they know that it's an entertainment product, so they definitely, you know, are
कर ही देते
in
हैं
it to win it. Always
या तुझे और देखना है क्या यहाँ पर ये मोबाइल का तो बस इतना ही दिखाया
Then we bring them into the mocap stage.
Yeah.
क्या करे तू बता
You know, a lot of them
हाँ
never.
चल खत्म कर देंगे
हाँ क्योंकि और तो ये लोग अगर दिखाएंगे तो थोड़ा ही क्लिप दिखाएंगे ये लोग ज़्यादातर मॉडर्न वॉरफेयर 2 को ही ये कर रहे हैं स्ट्रीम कर रहे हैं
अपने को
हमें जो देखना था वो तो देख लिया हम लोगों ने कल अभी हाइलाइट्स देखेंगे बस
So, but once they get going, I mean,
क्या कहता है
it's amazing when you see a
वही
lot of
करते हैं
movements that they just
चल एंड
go,
करते हैं
wow, man, that's
मैं कर रहा हूँ अभी
gonna look good in the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a lot of like effort.
तो guys तो stream यहीं पे अपन एंड कर रहे हैं
go back on this all the time. It's what you're
लगता तो
looking
नहीं
for
कि ये लोग
also in
Warzone
the
वाले
performances,
जाएंगे
the
मोस्टली
human
Modern
mistakes.
Warfare 2 का ही चाहिए
You know, when people
जितना देखने को मिल गया वो
चलो गाइस मैं भी स्ट्रीम ऑफ ही कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि आप लोग देख ही रहे हो कि ये जो अपना वॉच पार्टी आई मीन जो COD का जो इवेंट चल रहा है, ये मोस्टली यही अपना मॉडर्न वेफर का ही पकड़ लो इवेंट है ज़्यादातर। COD को बस रिवील करना था इनको कि वारज़ोन मोबाइल आ चुका है, बस यही रिवील इन लोगों को करना था शायद। तो इन लोगों ने ज़्यादा गेम प्ले नहीं दिखाया, थोड़ा सा ही गेम प्ले दिखाया। बाकी तो जो मेन प्लेयर्स है जिन लोगों को इनवाइट किया है उन लोगों ने स्ट्रीम किया है, और इधर इवेंट में कुछ खास नहीं दिखा रहा है इन फ्यूचर। वो कल हम लोग हाइलाइट्स में देखेंगे, आज तो बस इतना ही करते हैं। और ज़्यादातर स्ट्रीमर्स, हाँ वही अभी ज़्यादातर
वॉच पार्टी यहीं पे एंड करते हैं। So see you guys in our next stream. Till then, bye. Close it out.
चलो मैं भी चला गाइस, हैव अ नाइस ड्रीम।